whoever's got an answer, feel free to jump in. As yeah, I will. Can you guys hear the music?
Yep.
Oh, mine was turned up. Cool. So yeah, anyone got any social or political issues that you feel very strongly about?
Hard to think about.
So, how much of the sort of ruling hierarchy of the Jarl and so forth is birth driven, and how much of it is sort of democratically election driven? I'm not sure what it was like in the real Viking world, and I'm not sure how the Jarl gets chosen in this current world.
Yeah, I mean it can happen in a couple of different ways. You know, it could be someone that came in, killed the previous Jarl and went, this place is mine now. And often it does get passed on from like father to son, though it kind of works differently in each place. Like there's no one hard and fast rule about how it works, except for in the capital, where there is an actual king, um, and part of the what we were getting into with Gudrick and Hanlon, like people have got differences of opinion on how that should work. But the king of Alsvarter has got those rules where it only really determines who will be the next king, not necessarily the next Jarls. Everyone else can sort that shit out themselves, essentially.
Okay, so I'm going to go with Senya's in favor of a, shall we say, benevolent dictatorship that has merit-based selection. All sorts of fancy words. It says she does like the structure where there is someone that essentially tells and rules, with yeah. So there is someone who decides what the rules. So the Jarl, a Jarl, or someone like that who rules. But she's not entirely always happy with the way in which those people come to power. She would like a little bit more of a merit base. So she's like 20. She's still naive. She would like the people who are leading and ruling to actually be not politicians or not selfish or not greedy, because that's some of the rulers and politicians are certainly like that. How's that for an answer?
Yeah, that is a good answer. And I will also say, for everyone's reference, that um, I'm not sure if you guys know what a holmgang is, but in this world, that it is often, if you've got an issue with someone, um, the basically the biggest thing you can do about it is to call them out for essentially a duel. The holmgang would usually take place on like an island, or somewhere away from everyone else, and it would just be between the two parties involved. But here it can be, you could drag someone into an arena and face them there. You might call them out and have a duel in the middle of the town. But yeah, generally, if someone's got an issue with the way things are being run, you can yeah, you could call an Agnikai, but the Viking version, which that was a real thing, that the Holmgang, though it's debatable how often it actually happened, but happens a lot in Mordia.
Excellent.
Does anyone else have an answer to that question?
I think Yormund, just because the only thing that really peeves him at the moment with the town is the blonde fucker who's joined Magnus's party. And Yormund knows he hasn't been there before, so a new guy shows up, and he's the biggest dick in town. Yormund is a fan of tribalism. Then again, he is also like 17.
Oh, I'm glad that you're feeling that way. I agree. From your perspective, would be on the money. Maybe we'll see Yormund calling him out for Holmgang eventually.
Oh, I'm planning on it.
So, yeah, anyone else got anything? If you've got any questions about sort of Viking culture or whatever, I'd be happy to answer where I can. Obviously, I don't know all that much either, but I've been researching a lot, so you never know.
Not much on my side.
I'd say there's probably not anything big Ursula cares about. She kind of just wants to go do her own thing.
Ursula is an anarchist.
And when you're born with horns and magic powers, like, wouldn't you be? So, what about Camilla then?
She's fine with whoever leads as long as they're not, what's it called, a coward.
Yeah, definitely. Bravery is valued here to be honorable. Yeah, I think that there's some good answers. I'm sure you'll feel more strongly as those things become more prevalent in your characters' lives. But as you said, you guys are pretty young. No reason to get involved in politics just yet. Has someone got a recap for us tonight? As yeah, last week. Sorry, you missed it, Yormund. I'm pulling you up to where everyone else is, but hopefully you'll get a bit of a recap.
Okay, I'll sort of have a go at it. So we sort of had a long look at all the options that we wanted to do, and the last night before we set out, we had a chat with Victoria Ireland about the poison squid and the fisherman, um, or the tar-like substance and the tiny little squids attached to it. So we thought that sounds interesting. Let's go and investigate that, and traveled up the river towards essentially the hunter's cabin where we had that interesting fight with the dwarves. The dwarves at the table next. Oh, sorry, hang on. The dwarves at the table also talking about trouble at the mines, um, and Magnus not dealing with them. And yeah, trolls, Goliaths in the mountains, trolls down below, kobolds in the tunnels, with some trap in the forest, which also sounded interesting. So we thought we might go and look at that particular trap as well, which the dwarves marked for us in a map. The fisherman, of course, went into full-blown conspiracy mode. There must be a kraken somewhere, and his friends in Sarkar Koka saw it for real, and 3 ships disappeared, which was super entertaining, but not particularly useful to Svenja. Entertaining to Svenja, not useful or entertaining to anybody else, I guess. Okay, so we go upriver, we investigate the cabin, we find some residue, and a couple of barrels. So it looks like it may have come in by boat or maybe by road with a horse and cart, but after winter, there's no tracks, nothing. So we cross the bridge and decide to go and find out about the trap in the forest. When we get to the forest, there are some portals and some kobolds, I believe, that we have a bit of a conversation with, and sort of a standoffish. They will let us help them with the portals or kill us if they get pissed off. And we essentially make our way through bits and pieces of the forest, trying to get closer to the sources of the screams or find the other portal, because we found one where there was something missing. And we left the game where there was I guess, an ogre and 2 wyverns in a clearing that we needed to get through, and we were sort of hiding behind the bushes, sort of 50 or 100 yards away, whispering to each other about how we would approach this particular problem, with no one at the time in the party having the appetite to just rush in and full on confront them. You know, there are days where we miss Ulfield and days like today where we are just a tiny bit grateful that she's not here. So that was where we left the story, trying to work out what we're going to do with the ogre. I think the plan was we're going to use magic to get the ogre and the wyverns pissed off at each other so that they fight each other and hopefully eliminate one or two of the threats, and we go and mop up. I think that was it. Have I missed? I may have missed quite a lot of the stuff in there, but that's my notes.
Yeah, no, I think the important bits as we rejoin you there now, as you have been planning what you're going to do next. And yeah, just for Yorman's reference, there is you might be able to see the door symbol and where those bushes are over there, but you guys have been hacking through these bushes to get into this forest, which is incredibly dense. And yeah, that you've seen an ogre on the other side busy sitting there picking its nose. So what would you guys like to do as you are not that far away from it and you can smell it already? It smells like moldy cheese and rotten feet. It is bad, and it smells like it's right on the other side of these bushes.
I'll go to Yormund. Carmilla said there is another entrance to the same area, which is a bit closer to them. Might be better if we go there.
What do you mean, just up here?
Up here, it's around.
Oh. Sure.
Oh yeah, the magic clearing where Svenja completely failed to play a note properly. Clearly blocking that out.
I would, but
Yes,
I'm
so
just. Sorry.
that's the direction you came from. By the way, Yorman was I think we might have skipped over that. The grass in there seemed almost alive, or like there was some sort of enchantment on it, and it nearly swallowed up two of the party members, and a few of you have got some cuts and holes in your feet from stepping onto the blade-like grass that is over there. But it seems like you have solved the puzzle, and the grass seems to have died down. Yeah, Carmilla did take a look through the other sort of entrance there. She was the one that actually saw these creatures.
Gotcha. Sure. I would go in, but I'm just not confident we're gonna be able to take on an ogre and two wyverns.
So I'm just wondering if there's a way to completely avoid this clearing. I know I don't know if I'm metagaming the map.
Well,
But
maybe
is
you
there a way
can.
we can?
If you're
Yeah?
invisible, you can probably sneak around over there to the other side to see if there's anything worth
No,
taking.
okay, can you guys see that open area
Yeah.
there?
No,
You're not
it's
supposed to be able to
darkened.
see that. Yeah, but can you see it like? I mean, is
No,
it
we
just
just
black, or can you actually see through
Completely
the tree?
black.
Yeah.
it's just black.
Oh, okay, so it's not. I thought it was just that like fog of war had been previously explored. Yeah, because the direction to go in, like behind those trees you saw, was completely blocked off.
Yeah.
It seemed like there may have been another one of those gates, but there were also a bunch of felled trees. Okay, yeah, that's cool. Just double checking. I thought you could see it like the darkened area in the top left on that screenshot. But you did. I think Ursula had a look there when you guys were moving past the kobolds, and it seemed like there were trees almost piled up there, almost purposefully, like a wall had been created there. So yeah, you're not sure how you might get through there, as it looked like there was another one of the gates that those impassable gates that you were looking for. That also, I don't think we mentioned the riddles and the there was a gem required to get through there. So they're not exactly portals, but they're more just like barriers in the forest.
So I'm wondering if we should ask the kobolds if they have a way to get past the ogre and the wyverns. Or maybe the ogre and the wyverns don't attack the kobolds.
I mean, do you not have a charm spell or something?
Not really.
Maybe a druid?
What druid?
We don't have a druid.
Ranger. That's ranger, not druid.
Now we first have to kill off one of the characters before we get a druid, remember?
So that's the plan. We kill someone, and then suddenly a druid magically appears.
Well, funny that I am writing the backstory to the druid as well. I know what I want the druid to be like, so but
Pamela,
I
do
don't
not
feel encouraged
kill.
at all to kill off Svenja right now. See,
I've sent in the I've tried to make some images of these gates with AI, but only got so far. But that's pretty much these are the kind of archways that you're looking at. They seem to have runes written in both celestial and giant on them, and yeah, obviously the trees are a little denser around, so
Can I
walking
read?
around them is not quite an option at the ones you've seen here, but these things are scattered throughout the forests. Often it's just like an archway in the middle of the road that it's easy to walk around if it's blocked.
Can I read the runes? I can speak giant.
Yes, so I mean, do you guys want to tell them what you found?
yeah, I think. So hang on. The
I do have
one
them all
says,
written down.
as time moves, so it creates the lessons learned and the ways of fate.
Ah,
I am each one, and yet still more all you've known, seen, and done before.
and that's
The riddles were written
Louis solved.
I think the riddles are written in celestial, and then the top there were the
There was a
letters
clue,
I
right?
N on the. Sorry.
Was like a clue in like someone answered in giant, but only a few letters.
Yeah. So the clue is in celestial, and then it seemed like it may have been an answer up at the top, but the first archway was broken, and you only saw the letters I N at the end of it. And I don't think the other one, they didn't have the giant runes on it yet.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that may be more relevant when we to the gate. Currently, you've got an ogre on the other side of the bushes with his two wyverns feeding on what look like they may be some kind of creature, and like they are busy eating. So what are you guys gonna do?
If the wyverns aren't looking at the ogre, just like throw a stone at the wyvern.
Let's oh, I see what you do. Let's try and get the wyvern skid piss of the ogre.
Yeah.
I guess we can use a bit of cantripy stuff to try and convince the ogre that the wyverns want to kill him and eat him next, or something like that. I don't have any spells that I can specifically bend into that space. Oh, hang on.
They aren't fantastically intelligent creatures either way, aren't they?
No, but hang on.
Would be harder to anger the wyverns probably, since none of us can speak Draconic.
What? Okay, so hang on a second. I've just actually looked at my spell list. I can cast Phantasmal Force on the ogre and make him believe that the wyverns are attacking him. If he fails against that, so we can sort of create in him the fear.
There we go.
So how's about that? Should we do that?
Sounds good to me.
That sounds
Yeah.
good.
What are you going
Wait,
to
do
make
we
it think
want
exactly?
do we want to throw the rock as well? Or
I don't think any of us can throw a rock that well.
eh,
Yeah,
could
but I
give it a
think
try.
once the ogre is charging the one, they will see an attack and just go into defending kind of mode.
Hmm.
You guys actually see into that next clearing? Because I don't think anyone's standing
If we
close.
like
No.
walk into
No.
the woods,
No.
we can, but not from where we're
Yeah.
standing.
We
Because I
basically
think
going
Mikil was sort of crouched down in the bushes, peeking through when we finished the last session. But
Yeah.
yeah, if you won't immediately alert them if you do go into the bushes. There, you are kind of hidden if you want to try and get a better look. Not those bushes.
Okay, so I guess
Ah,
do we sneakily want to help in the combat? Do we want to help the ogre by sort of debuffing the wyverns? You know, where is our tactical? What else do we do once the ogre charges in and attacks the wyverns? Are we just going to sort of sit and have tea and wait until it ends and then step in, or how do we want to do the next step?
Can I make
preferably.
it?
What about helping with the Wyrms and then in an attempt to convince the what's called ogre that we are on its side?
Ooh, you know what? Actually, the objective is not to kill them. The objective is to get to the other side. So while they are fighting, we can just try and sneak around and let them duke it out while we go through the gate on the other side.
Yeah. Can I make a sort of check to figure out who would win in a fight, an ogre or two wyverns? Because I didn't see
You
any
can
of them
make a
fight.
nature check.
If we sneak around them, it'll be a lot harder to get back once they're done fighting.
Yeah, maybe, maybe not. Depends on what we find on the other side.
That
But
was the other important thing, that one of the archers was missing a piece and a gem that you thought might be somewhere deeper in this forest, like it might be held nearby. So that sort of, you're essentially looking for a key to get through that gateway. Just forgot. I think we should mention that. But Gorm with a 13, it looks like the wyverns would outnumber the ogre, and that, yeah, your one's right. Ogres tend to be pretty stupid, so um, probably not as much of a threat as they look. You know, if they manage to catch you, it's very dangerous, but they're pretty dumb and easy to outwit. Wyverns, however, they can be much more dangerous. They, with the 13, you remember that they have got some. They're not quite dragons, but they've got some tricks that a lot of people are afraid of. You don't know what specifically, but you know that people tend to fear wyverns a lot more than ogres.
Okay.
so what do we want to do? Just join the battle whilst we have them occupied with the ogre and
We
kill the
either help,
wyverns first?
we either help the wyverns or sneak around. One of the two. The ogre alone will not stand a chance against the wyverns.
Yeah, I feel like we're probably just gonna be stuck on the other side if we sneak around them, so we should probably fight them. Because even if we get the piece, still need to get back to the yards.
Then let's just try to isolate. One wyvern can fight one ogre, and we just surround the other one.
Or yes, let the ogre sort of almost tank the wyverns and we go from range. Okay, so Yorman isn't quite rangy, but I think the rest of us are.
No, I'm
It's
not
more
very
isolate,
rangy.
just to be able to get both of them
Okay.
weaker. And if we're lucky, one side completely takes out the other. And we only have to fight one of them.
Yeah, but one side is way stronger than the other one.
That's why we fight the wyverns and let the ogre fight the other one.
Yep.
We just go for the one it doesn't go for.
Yeah, we should probably still go around to the other entrance. We'll probably be a lot closer that way to any of the wyverns.
Yeah, that gives us sort of a surprise attack flanking from the back or something like that, maybe.
Well, me and Yorm would need the distance to be as close as you guys need, but and Carmilla. So you can guys just stay here if it's safer.
Seems we can go around.
Around we go.
Oh, are we all going around?
I mean, we could also split up.
I thought that was the plan.
What I'm worried about is if we split up and the wyvern decides to come for Svenja on this side, which is essentially the weaker one, because it's a movement problem. If we sort of roughly together, we can keep the broadly front line, midline, back line kind of thing.
I've got pretty good range, so I can stay back here.
DM, I'm not sure how I've managed to do it, but I've got Yorman stuck in a wall. Thank you.
Okay, so split up or not? You guys have done more battles with together, so what usually works for you as a group? Split up.
Not sure if it makes a big difference, but
Okay.
Well, assuming the ogre goes for one of the wyverns, we go for the other one. It will take them time to even notice you and even go towards you.
Okay. Well, let's. Is it Ursula and Svenja on this side, and you guys coming from the other side? But the idea, though, is we get the ogre to attack the wyverns, charge onto them, and then
We go for the other one.
we go for the other one. I don't.
Yeah.
I guess we can make the phantasmal force. Which one do you want to target? The southern one or the one closer up to the top? Which one do we ideally want? I don't know if it's going to work that way.
Well, the one at the top is the closest to us, so probably not him, because we don't need to reach him.
Okay. Right. So that's the plan. Ready?
Okay, so if you guys are going to jump into that, I'm going to ask everyone to roll for initiative, and you'll basically have a surprise round here to do what you want to do.
Right. Where the hell is initiative again? Utility. Roll initiative.
No.
Why is it showing their tokens and not their art again?
Higher than 10.
Yeah, no man. I thought I rolled initiative. Where is it? Why is it not coming up? Right, 22.
You know, guys, tokens used to look different. Anyway, like something's changed. I can't tell what it is. All right, has everyone rolled there. Looks like it.
Yep.
In that case, we will begin with. I mean, yeah, as I said, you've got a surprise round. So if you want to hold your turn and go after someone else, you can. If someone is leading ahead, we will begin with Carmilla.
Just gonna hold the turn. Hoping that. Let's see. At least so I can see. And then I hold my turn until Svenja hopefully succeed. Else, yeah, just step in.
Okay, cool. So
Yeah, then we go to Svenja as Camilla's waiting for your move.
okay, thingy, there we go. And okay, so the phantasmal force trying to convince the ogre that this woman down here at the south is attacking him, and he needs to essentially defend himself and kill it or die. So that's the phantasmal force thing that she's casting on him.
Okay. Yeah, I think if you is it an area of effect? No, it's 10-foot cube.
Weird. Okay,
I
so
don't
I
think it
guess
is. I think that's the you select a creature within range and it makes an intelligence save. I don't know. That spell is set up for some reason.
Oh wow.
Holy crap! It's the best he's ever done in his life on intelligence.
wait, and he saves? Holy crap!
Is your DC? What is your DC? 14.
Yeah, I'm just looking at how is that possible? I thought it was higher.
We are
Just
level
double
4.
check that because I mean, yeah, it's quite possible that it does say that your DC is 14, so he just saved. But
Minus
let me know
3.
now if that's
That sounds about right. If he has 18 in charisma.
But it's intelligence.
no. That if Svenja has 18 in charisma.
Oh.
yeah, so Svenja is.
Completely missed that.
You see, no, that doesn't make sense because the charisma is +4 and proficiency is +2, so DC should be 16.
It's
But
8
it's not
plus
from 10,
that,
it's
not
from 8.
10 plus that.
Crap. Okay. That is fucking ridiculous. Okay.
Yeah, it is your attack. Your spell attack modifier is +6, but your DC is only 14. Is your
Okay.
AC also only
I think
14?
as a reaction, can she cast a silvery barbs on the saving throw?
Yes, you absolutely can.
And the spells, where is that? Okay, just for spell slots, so and he must roll again, so let's hope he rolls lower now.
Watch him getting that
Yeah.
20.
Need a 16 or lower.
There we go.
Right,
See,
and the
yeah,
advantage skips to Ursula just before I forget.
brilliant.
Cool.
Okay, so as you see the spell take effect, you see him sort of sniffing at the air like he knows something's up, and then you just pull it back with that silvery barbs as you feel your grip over his mind take hold. And what are you making him see or believe?
I'm making him believe that this woman down here at the south is suddenly looking up at him and is coming towards him, preparing to kill him. So he is right now in fear of being killed, essentially, by the wyvern, and he knows that he needs to attack. Hopefully, he's smart enough about that.
Just runs your way.
Yeah. So okay, it is technically a sort of an illusion. So I guess the illusion is that the wyvern is coming towards him and becoming threatening, and as he charges, I'm keeping the illusion close enough to the wyvern that when he actually charges through the illusion, he doesn't realize the illusion. Oh, hang on a second. Actually, it actually thinks that there's a second wyvern, third wyvern that's joined this one and is attacking him. I'm just reading the spell description again. Sorry for messing it up. So a third wyvern has just landed next to this one and is coming towards him to attack him. So there's now 2 or 3 wyverns that's threatening him.
Okay. And how long? He's basically under a charm now, right? You can hold this up for a few turns. Concentration.
Yes, it is concentration. I'm just looking
1 minute.
through. It doesn't say he gets another saving throw. I will read the spell properly.
He can use his action to make
Oh,
an
yes.
investigation check against the save DC.
Yeah. If he tries to figure out that it's real, then he may be able to. But with -2 on on his roll as his total amount, he's probably going to fall for this hook, line, and sinker. As yeah, if that phantasmal wyvern actually attacks him, it'll deal some psychic damage. But for now, so is that actually what it rolled? So that's what the 6 psychic damage was.
Yes, correct. Yeah. That would be
Okay,
the
and are you
damage.
going to make it actually like go towards him and attack him, or are you just trying to get it to scare him?
I'm trying to get him to charge over here and attack over here so that the other one, the wyvern down here, must see the ogre suddenly losing his shit and to attack it. That's what I'm hoping is sort of the misunderstanding that we can trigger here.
Okay, yeah. So as this illusion takes hold, he will only be able to actually act on his turn. But is anyone else going to try and do anything in this moment, or if everyone wants to wait for the ogre's reaction, you can just remain hidden and we can go to the next round.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast a scorching ray and hold it until the ogre takes his turn.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm casting Shield of Faith on myself. I'll take a step into the bush and that's it.
Okay, I'm going to I'm going to change the music. As yeah, these guys are busy eating. You see this one lift its head up and just gulp down what looks like a limb, and you see a hand on the end of it, as it looks like a humanoid hand. The other one seems to be eating a foot. They have not realized that the ogre's doing anything. On the ogre's turn, he is going to look over to his left, like finger still in his nose, and then he gets up. He looks terrified, and he picks up his club and stumbles backwards towards the two of you. As he's looking in that direction, you hear him saying, "Giant," just going, "No, no, 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 please, please," and he's going to run. As running, tumbling, he's going to run into the bushes right where you guys are standing. This will trigger your held action, Camilla. I mean, Ursula. Camilla, if you were waiting for her, he is going to just stumble through the bushes. He does not even notice that you are there. He is running for his life, and as he does so, he's going to trip into these bushes, unless yeah, he is technically he's taken a move. So Ursula, are you going to do anything as you see him barreling towards you?
I'm just gonna let that scorching ray go to waste. Would I be able to use my reaction to just try and move out of his way?
Well, this will be part of his attack that I'm going to make. So if he misses, you will have rolled out of the way. He kind of comes smashing through there. He is essentially going to collapse over the thing and nearly land on both.
I mean, if he's attacking us, I guess I should attack him back. But
Well, he's falling through the bushes. You can see he's about to collapse on you. So if he misses this, it would mean that you've stepped out of the way. But you can see that this is going to happen. That's why I'm saying you can use your reaction to cast that readied action if you want. But otherwise, he's going to collapse in front, almost on both of you.
yeah, I guess I'll do that.
Slightly disastrous.
Yes, if it hits them, they are pretty much dead.
Not even that, just a whole plan.
Would that be with disadvantage because he's too close?
Yeah, because you're doing this as a reaction to him jumping through the bushes. So I'll say he's within range. This is a huge ogre.
I have advantage on the first one from Svenya's silvery barb, so that's just a normal. The button disappeared.
Right, those are definitely 2 hits so far. Let's see how the last one goes, and then you can describe what this looks like.
That's a 13.
I think a 13 just misses, I think. No, actually, that just hits.
Okay. So, yeah, I see him stumbling toward me. I try to blast him with fire and try and, like, push him away as he, like, practically falls on top of me.
Yeah, so from his perspective, it looks like maybe another draconic creature in the bushes as he's like throwing himself through there. You hit him, and you are going to give him disadvantage on this attack as he comes like falling through there, but he is actively trying to get out of your way now as he makes this attack. Um, okay, so it's all the way up there. That is a 16 to hit. So as you push him out of the way, he does fall and avoids you, but unfortunately lands on Svenja. As Svenja, that is a hit against you. If you're just to double check, your AC is 16. I mean 14, correct?
I thought it was higher, but I might be confused. Why? IC is 14. Yes, so it will hit.
Okay, just double check that is right. It might be. You need
Should
to add
be
the shield.
studded leather plus dex. Oh, yeah, I see. Has a seal.
Yeah, it's the free runner's armor. It's what you're wearing. But if you're building a shield, that might go up. But either way, a 16, even if you do have a shield on, 16 would just hit.
Yeah, I'm not sure why I'm not able to open my character sheet right now. So let me just reload the app.
Oh.
No.
Oh.
Oh! Wait. Oh. Not that bad.
What do you mean not that bad?
Well,
Means he's not dead.
Well, I just looked at the what's called injury. Wait a second. Since Svenja goes
Instantly
down,
splatter out on the floor. You just, but yeah, Svenja, you are crushed by the ogre as it falls through. It is now on fire, like briefly as it's trying to pat itself out. It is screaming as it's trying to get away, and it falls on you, crushing you as you are knocked unconscious. And yeah, Ursula, you have narrowly avoided being crushed yourself, but thankfully you don't take anything too hectic. Was that? Why does it say he drew a result? Okay. Well, anyway, we'll say you will only have a minor scar from that. That is going to be his turn, taking us to Yormund, and then Mother will go back to you at the end of the round because you were waiting. But yeah, you guys have probably seen this from your vantage point in the bushes. What are you going to do, Yormund?
I'm going to make a quick suggestion that maybe this is out of our capability.
Well, it looks like he's completely wiped out Svenja. All 24 hit points gone.
Mhm.
It did 28 points of damage there. It was.
Ah, crap. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just going
Svenja
to
is
suggest
quite
to the
bad.
other two nearby that we can come back to this another time. Because two wyverns, we can wait till they're gone, till they finish eating, find some more food or some shit. But we shouldn't continue this assault.
You guys were brave ass Vikings.
Look, I don't
Hear a
want to
raven
die
say
just
from the
yet.
tree that's just sitting there judging you.
Yeah, brave and stupid is not the same thing. Well, yeah.
So, yeah, regardless if you do want to continue, I'm going to route back because I can't assume that spelled good news for Ursula and Svenja.
The wyverns really seem to have taken any notice. I will say, there's like the ogre is screaming and running away, but the wyverns are still just sitting there eating their lunch.
I'll take the action to dash and come around the corner. Shepherd would also. Yep, so I'd really just come around the corner just to see the ogre crushing someone. And I think that's gonna be my turn. Oh. Ah.
Just trying to get some. I think we went to
I just
Haven,
thought
as
someone
said.
left.
Okay, yeah. So you start rushing around, and you see that ogre collapsed in the bushes, looking very confused, terrified, as the spell probably wears off when Svenja goes down. But he has just been hit by fire, and he sees Camilla, and he sees Ursula. I don't know how I keep getting you guys confused. But when he sees Ursula, he still looks scared and confused, and he looks like he's going to keep running. But currently, he knows that it was you that hit him with the fire, and has barely noticed the crushed Svenja under him. That is going to take us to. I'll say you've basically got an extra action here, as you held yours, Camilla, and we're just going to go to the top of the round here. So it is you. You've got your actions. What do you want to do?
Oh, do I risk it for a biscuit? Yes. Just dash and dash. Hoping to find the place. Let's see, that's... Just say, if I have to stop, that is basically the first dash. And let me just see.
Okay, no. The reason I was giving you 2 actions was because you were holding your action on the last round. So we're basically giving the last round and then this one. So if you're just running straight out there, then I'm going to need you to, if you're trying to sneak past them, you can give me a stealth check. And if you're just bolting, then yeah, they're definitely going to notice. Okay, so yeah, I'll say you're not quite just running across, but you are going to be sneaking across. So I'll say that you get to about there, and then I'm going to give them a perception check before you take that this new round. Which is not letting me do. Okay, they do not seem to notice you as you manage seem quite distracted by both their lunch and the ogre screaming on the other side, and you manage to sneak past them. So that would take us to the top of this round if you want to keep trying to keep going.
Keep going. Sneaky. Let's see. Ah, goddammit. That's about where I can get with sneak. As I recall, sneak, if you keep the initial stealth, it basically means that you move at half speed.
I was trying to look for that rule. I couldn't remember, but that makes sense to me. So yeah, we'll say you get there behind the bit of tree line there. You'll see the roots are growing a bit thicker here. It's a little bit easier to hide, and yeah, the wyverns have not yet noticed you, but you do see the chaos going on the other side of that clearing, which we will go over to now. Is that your turn? Come on.
Oh yeah, I forget you don't have E as intern.
So Svenja, that then takes us on to you. I will need a death saving throw from you, please.
Yep, and there's no immediate click on the board, is there, for death saving throws?
I think if you open your character sheet and you click on your portrait, you should.
There should be a skull in the middle, as I recall, like where your character art is.
Otherwise, you can just roll a regular d20 and just add the results yourself.
Ah, there you go. Normal.
Oh.
And it's a fail.
Oh no.
At least it
Okay,
wasn't
yeah,
a
you
nat
are
one.
currently still underneath the ogre and being crushed underneath its weight. Yeah, unfortunately, this spell might have backfired. But that is Svenja sort of, what are we seeing of her as she's underneath the ogre, right?
Hang on, I need to advance the turn marker. Yep.
But I'm also asking, what are we seeing of Svenja right now? Like, as she's underneath there, is there anything? Is she like gasping, trying to get out? Or, I mean, I know technically you're unconscious, but you dying. So, what does that look like at the moment?
So, because she wasn't preparing for combat, I guess what you see is her shield lying a few feet back where the smash of the ogre had sort of just let go of a grip of it. And you will maybe see so let's say he's essentially lying on her body with his sort of shoulder digging deeply into her ribs, and you will see her gasping desperately for breath. Her helmet face is essentially sticking out above his shoulder, so she's gasping for breath, and just she can't actually get her hands to move to push him off. Trying to struggle, but that's what you see.
All right, Ursula, as you see this, we go to your turn. What are you going to
I want to cast Thunder Haymaker with a quicken spell on him.
do? Fuck yeah. Move that ogre yourself.
Wait, what? Thunder Haymaker? Holy crap. Oh, look at that special effects.
Oh, hell yes. Please describe what this looks like. Also, give you inspiration for using this right now. Image is too good. Punch the ogre with it.
He's like, get the hell off my friend! He just shouts and punches him as hard as he can, pussing him off for, since that was a quicken spell, using her action to go give a healing potion to Svenja.
All right, beautiful. Yes, just which way are you actually punching him? Sorry, I sort of moved him up from where you were, but you could
I think it's
pick a
supposed to be
direction.
directly away from me, but that'd be in the bushes, so that makes more sense there.
Yeah, I mean, you'll see him crash through some of those trees and roll over onto the ground as you literally knock him airborne with that punch right off of Svenja, as he doesn't know what the hell just hit him as well. And yeah, you lean down to give that potion of healing. Does it have a lasting effect to this thing, or is it just you do the damage and then it's
No, it's instantaneous.
okay? Cool. I may not have set up that effect then properly. Very nice. As you give that healing potion to Svenja, Svenja, you feel that air finally come back into your lungs as you start to become aware of your surroundings again, and you are awake with an ogre just growling behind you angrily as yeah. That be your turn, Ursula?
Yes.
Okay, cool. This is on you.
Did the wyvern seem phased by the punch?
Yeah, they
They
got hurt
now
by it.
are definitely aware they've both turned their heads in that direction as that haymaker made a hell of a thunderous clap. Hearing this,
That's not good. I'll try to split the wyverns, and I just whistle as hard as I can towards the wyvern, like the upper wyvern, and sprint back. Try to make like one go up and the other go towards them, which I assume he would.
okay, you can try and give me a deception or animal handling check to do that.
Almost a natural one.
Okay, yeah, with the 17, I'll say you managed to draw the attention of the one as they start turning their heads. The one at the top will turn closer to you, just looking at your bushes and just baring its fangs.
And I run backwards. That's one, and I dash. We got company.
Oh no.
That's my turn.
I'm now seeing why in like Metroidvania style games they seal the doors behind you when you walk into a new area. 'Cause, yeah, this one is going towards the thunder sounds, and you see it sort of just still investigating. As it approaches, it seems to be looking in and just stalking towards the bushes, though you guys aren't really noticing that as you're currently trying to heal each other. Yeah, just want to double check. Got a lot of fly speed, not much walking speed. Yeah, okay, so he's just walking at this point. He doesn't get all the way. Just gets up here to one of these logs and is sort of standing up there. The other one, however, is going over to where it heard Gorm. And it peeks its head through the bushes as as it peeks its head through, it doesn't see Gorm. I mean, I can't see on the map. It just looks through, and you can hear it letting out this horrible noise as we go on to the ogre. And the ogre is now confused as to what just hit it, and afraid of Ursula by this point, is going to get up and continue running, at which point he sees Gorm. And he is going to lift his what looked like a spade that he's been dragging with him, and he's going to take a swing at you, Gorm.
That won't be good.
Can I try to say something to him in Giant?
You can. This thing's coming in either way. This first attack. You
I'll
can
shout
definitely
to
try
him.
and
I'll shout to him that he should run because the dragons are coming for him still.
okay. You
Continue running.
can give me a deception or an intimidation check for that one, as he seems to be trying to barrel through you and Gorm.
Deception or
Yeah,
oh
nothing I can
god.
do against the crit.
Oh no.
Oh, Svenya's going to reach out with the little tendrils of light again, and again try and distract him for a silvery barbs. Sorry, can we?
Okay.
Well, I know I should be faster on this one.
And that's just because these things are automatic, so it does everything. It's just because it's also a bit hard to re-roll. So I'm just gonna like it takes the button away. I need to be able to fix it. So why does it say you're? Oh no, that's because it's just used. Okay, so that brings his roll down to a 4, which is much better than a 20. I just want to see what his bonuses are.
Well, my AC is 20.
If it's up to scrolling me, I will check what his
Okay.
bonuses are. Okay, yeah, so that's definitely going to be a miss. I will try and undo the damage. As he takes a swing, you see that silvery barb pull his club out of the way as it smashes into the ground next to you, and he is going to say, "Then get out of my way, anyone!" in Giant as he moves into your space.
Yeah, sorry, just recasting the Shield of Faith properly. There we go.
Okay, and I'm gonna. Can I see Gorman Yorman from where I am? Yeah, probably going to
can.
give
There's a
your
blood burst here. Hopefully, it will miss.
I think you can roll that.
So -2 to the roll.
It did damage to him.
Yeah, it's fine. Blood Hunter doesn't work very well with Foundry.
I just
admittedly.
found it funny, just
That-
-2.
That makes it a 21.
Yeah, still hits.
So this is not a crit, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. 18 points of bludgeoning as he brings that up again to try and hit you on the backswing. And unfortunately, you lose your concentration on Shield of Faith as you get knocked a little bit backwards. As thankfully, you weren't crushed by the first blow, but the backswing just knocked you off balance a little. And yeah, Yormund, based on what you were saying there, he seems like he's intent on getting away. He seems to be trying to run from the wyverns, but you two are currently very much in his way, and he seems willing to crush you to get past. So that takes us onto your turn, Yormund.
So the advantage of that silvery barbs, I'm going to push through to Yormund if he chooses to attack or whatever he does with it.
Well, see, I was just going to say to Gorm, he's gonna go back the way we came. He can fight that other dragon, just get out of the way. And I'm literally just going to back up out of the way.
It's not like I intentionally blocked his way.
Yeah, but hey, let him go. Let him fight for us, then fight him. Mm. I'll also just use my bonus action for Giant Smite as well. And I'll hold my action in case the giant sticks, not the ogre sticks around by the
Is
end of
your
its
giant
next.
smite the one that enlarges?
Yes, unless there is no space.
Yeah, fine. I just need to know what to do with your token. But I'll
There
say,
we go.
yeah, you'll need to. Otherwise, you're in a wall again. But maybe you can move Shepard around.
I think this is out of the way.
Okay, is that going to be your turn? You're just going large and trying to usher it past
Yeah.
you. Okay, and that will take us to the top of the round with Miller, who is far away from the battle at this point.
Yep. Let's just continue. Continue.
Where are you going to go finish this yourself then?
Well, I presume since everybody else hasn't joined into this field, from what I can see, they have it under control.
Knowing us for 20 years, you still think we're able to control this? That's sweet. Thank you, Camilla.
And that's about where I can get. And
Okay, so when you walk into that next clearing, you will see a couple of logs, some more thick brush around, and you will see that there is a body lying on the ground of a human, his face crushed in, his chest cavity ripped open, and it looks like some of his innards have been removed by something, possibly something with claws. Yeah, this guy looks very dead and is possibly the source of the screaming before, but there are no other creatures where you are. That takes us to Svenja in somewhat of a more dire situation. You see you've been defending Gorm a little bit there. What are you going to do?
So she is going to almost sort of move a little bit to the right, scoop up her shield, and now let's do the glow of healing magic will come out of her sort of hands, and she will heal herself. I can't find that feature. Healing hands, standard roll, and that's her action. Oh, hang on, I must target myself, I guess. Let's see if that works. It does. And then as she's just going to continue moving, I guess, up that way, away from the woman that's coming inside still. She's keeping an eye mostly on, she's heard what Norman said to the ogre. She understands giant, so she's kind of keeping an eye on him, but she's really watching this clearing where the wyvern might be coming through. And that is, I have no bonus action I can do right now. And so that's what I am doing. Oh, hang on a second. Bonus action, she is going to activate the Devil's Dart Rapier and just keep it here at the entrance. Ready if the wyvern comes through. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, advance your turn, taking us on to commander. I mean, Ian. Excellent. Sorry. This is the end of the name. Is the same.
Yeah, she's gonna point her staff over towards the wyverns, and the crystal in it glows as she casts dancing lights, making a little person over here waving at it, trying to distract it. And I'm gonna go follow Svenja. And that's all.
Okay. It's a little light over there. Yeah, taking us to Gorm.
Yes, I have a very, very smart idea. I will go around the ogre. That's about as far as I can go. I'll use my bonus action to use my new Blood Hunter feature. I take 1d4 points of damage. And I light my hammer on fire.
Oh, shit. We haven't seen you do this yet, have we?
I just unlocked it, so. Yes,
Nice,
minimum
so-
damage. I just like hit my shield again, my hammer against my shield. There are like sparks, and then it ignites. That's how.
Okay, but
I
yeah,
do it.
awesome. So, and then you're going to sort of wait there for the opportunity attack to run?
No, I'm going to heal myself, which I haven't done, I think ever. Cast Cure Wounds on myself. Regain 8 HP and end my turn.
Okay, nice. That will take us to the wyverns. Just give me 1 second. Ursula, can you describe to me what you're trying to achieve there with the dancing lights? Just what is the
Uh,
fantasy there?
Made a little person shape again, just made it wave at the wyvern, trying to distract.
Oh, okay, so you sort of trying to give it another target.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so this one down at the bottom is going to see that that figure, and it is going to let out a screech as it lifts its wings and is going to leap forward and just swoop in towards it. You'll see its tail striking at the dancing lights and going straight through it, not having any effect as it sort of flies across. As it starts flapping its wings on the other side, it turns and it looks down at it, like clearly realizing that that didn't work. And then you see from its aerial vantage point, it looks around and it is going to see none of you there because no one is actually visible. The sword is sort of just floating just below its range of vision. So it is going to land down on this side and is going to start screeching at the dancing lights. As Ursula, could you please give me a deception check as well, just to see? I mean, it seems to be working pretty well, but just to see how long it takes for him to actually realize. Okay, yeah, no, it's definitely thinks that it's in a fight with this glowing figure. The other one, however, has had its head through the bushes, is going to keep sniffing and trying to figure out where you went, as it also flaps its wings and is going to fly over onto one of the logs, trying not to stand on the ground. And as it lands, it takes a look around and it is going to give a perception. See, it's sniffing at the end. An 11 is not enough to find you guys. It is enough that it is smelling where the ogre went, and it is going to then use the last of its movement to just start prowling in towards the bushes a little. Actually, no, it knows it can't stand on here. It'll wait there as we go to the ogre. It's definitely going to smell him as he comes barreling through. He's swinging wildly, and as he gets over here, he will provoke an opportunity attack from you, Gorm, if you want to try and take that.
Nope.
But when you grow large, he is going to take one swing at you, Yorman. Just trying to push you out of the way as a safety measure.
Bastard. Okay.
Okay, that is a miss, though. He doesn't seem all that enthusiastic about it. He's just swinging it at you so that you take a step back and easily dodge it, and then he's going to keep moving. He will also provoke an attack of opportunity from you, though, if you guys want to take it. But tell me now, before he walks through the bushes, are you going to take that?
Yeah, actually, can I... Shit, I had this somewhere. Can I use the shield expertise thing? Here it is. Yeah, I mainly just try to shove him through the brush, knowing that he might turn around immediately if he sees a wyvern there. Just sort of like pushing him in the arena.
Yeah, I mean that's exactly how the feat works, but I like it. I'll say you definitely as he tries to hit you, you try and redirect him to go that way, shooing him out, which he's definitely trying to do, as he only takes the one attack against you and then barrels through the bushes, where you hear him let out a bit of a squeal and a scream as he gets about here and finds himself face to face with one of these wyverns, and you hear the sounds going off on the other side of the bushes as they are just screaming at each other, and you can hear him saying in Giant, "Please, please, I didn't do anything to anger Master, please." He seems to be crying, but that is going to be his turn, taking us to Yorman. moment.
I was muted. Yeah, somewhat unnerving to hear. Would I be able to just like pick up one of these trunks and just blockade the door to our left, just like trapping the ogre in? Not fully trapping him, but putting something in his way.
Yeah, so you guys actually cleared quite a bit of that kind of debris to get in here. So if you go over to where, like, through that entrance, you could just essentially close that door and do that. It would be very easy to do, especially in your giant form now. It won't even need a roll. Can you see the little door?
I think I might be standing over it. Actually, no, I can't.
Okay.
I'm meant to be here.
I think because it was like a secret door. That's why you can't see it. But I
Oh,
will. Yeah.
there we go. I see it.
Okay, made it not a secret. But yeah, you basically close that barrier, and behind the ogre, as you can hear the two sort of screaming at each other.
And just in case that wyvern comes through, I'm gonna I'll dash to meet it. I also realized I've completely forgot about Shepard's ferocity. How many turns has that been now?
3
At this
rounds.
point,
Okay.
what is happening with Shepard there? He may not be able to contain himself when he sees this big monster.
DC 15 charisma. Yeah, Shepard is just kind of like Shepard is extremely confused. He watched this hulking ogre come to fight him, thinking he was in for a fight, sees Yorman stand out of the way, and even to add to that, the ogre also just smashed Yorman. Tried to, but no fight apparently. He's incredibly amazed. And I need to roll. Okay, there we go. That saves.
Yeah, you catch him by the. He's wearing barding now, right?
Oh yeah, just by the scruff, just no, down.
Yeah, he's trying to like free to go through the bushes, but he listens to you. And is he joining you that down there at the bottom?
Yeah.
Okay, so you
Actually,
drag
have
him
them
away.
hide in the brush next to Ursula.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, it's not that thick, but for Shepherd, he can definitely lower himself in there. As is that going to be your
Yep.
top of the round in a nice peaceful glade on the other side, while there has been thunder and roars and wyvern screams on the other side. Kamala, you see a body in front of you. What do you do?
What I do is go up to the body, start checking it to
Give
see
me
if
an
it has the
investigation.
gem.
Are you looking for the gem specifically?
I'm looking for the gem specifically, like, because that seems like, oh, you know, like, yeah, gems. I think that was the
Yeah.
thing, like, 14.
Hey, as you start letting this guy down, you will notice that most of his limbs are like broken, and whatever opened him seemed to have claws, and it seems like a creature has eaten his insides. As for anything that was in his pockets, any weapons or armor that he had, it all seems to be gone. This is you would recognize this to be a body that has already been like looted or pilfered. There's whatever this guy had on him has been taken off of him, and there's nothing to find. Can also give me a perception check though, as you're hearing quite a lot of stuff on the other side of the trees. But okay, you will hear, as you can sort of hear the fighting of your friends on the other side. You will hear up towards the north. You will hear something similar to the wyverns, also growling, and it sounds dragon-like, but you will hear another voice speaking in giant. Do you speak giant?
I do speak giant.
You will hear a voice saying, "Don't worry, they'll take care of it. We do hunting later." And you'll just hear this growling again from some kind of a creature, but you hear it coming from the other side of this little bunch of bushes up here to the top. It seems a lot denser than the other ones you've seen there. Is that going to be your turn, or are you doing something?
Let's see. I'm just gonna move up here, and yeah.
Okay, Svenja, back to you. You see that the ogres run through the trees. You can hear the wyverns sort of screeching both up at the top and at the bottom. So, what are you going to do?
Well, firstly, unmute. She will activate the Helm of Tyr. So everybody gets that +1 in saving. Let me just get the specific thing again because I switched computers. Check if that's an action. I think it is an action. Yes, so the protective aura she's going to activate. Bright light. Wait, hang on a second. Bright light. A good idea. Yes.
Done an effect.
And she's just going to move up closer to this other entrance and try and hide basically there. But your one's down here now where the wyvern's coming out. She's going to... I'll tell you what she will do is she will prepare Oppressive Cold and hold it as an action. If you hold a spell, it's cast anyway, isn't it?
Yeah, it's cast anyway, and you use your reaction to trigger it.
Okay, so she's... Actually, what she's going to just take...
Which direction... Sorry, which direction were you wanting to go? Because up at the top, it seems like Ogre has barreled through, and Yormund has just sealed up that exit. Like it's not impossible, but he's sort of blocked it up so that nothing comes through there again.
Okay, so here's what I think she's going to do. She's going to make sure her shield is properly fastened to her arm, take the dodge action, keeping an eye out for the wyvern coming through from this southern side. Should she be drinking a potion? Yeah, and I think she's going to drink a potion of healing as well. Is that an action to drink a potion? Yes.
Bonus action on yourself.
Okay. That's my turn. Sorry, I'm not particularly well prepared for this.
No worries. That's 4 hit points back.
Where is the little button? That's my turn. So she's dodge action and waiting.
then that'll take us to Earth. As
Oh.
you seem to have successfully distracted one of the wyverns with your dancing light of all things. But you know that that's probably not going to hold them there for long.
Yeah, I can't see what's happening in the clearing, but I can hear it screeching and seeming to attack the thing, so I'd use my bonus action to make it, like, sort of crouch down, stumble away to the side, like, there to there or something. And, yeah, I'll just
Remember,
take
this
dodge
is it's pretty
action.
vague, the figure that you can create, so it's kind of like a ghost, like moving wispily, like it. From this dragon's perspective, it seems like it's fighting some sort of specter.
Yeah. But yeah, there's not much I can do either, so I'll just be taking the dodge action too.
Yeah, it seems like you guys have almost successfully pitted these creatures against each other and now hiding in the bushes. But Gorm, you're up. What are you gonna do?
I'll move here and hold my action. If one of the wyverns goes in, I'll use my channel divinity. That's me.
Yeah. Ursula, are you like saying anything and letting them know? Because everyone seems to be like have their attention on that entrance, but you know that you've kind of got it distracted there. Are you telling everyone else that, or sharing any of that information with them?
I mean, I wouldn't have thought of it, but like, I, I don't know. Yes.
Yeah, no, that's fine. You can say no. It's up to you. I just like meta wise, you may have wanted to share that, but
Yeah, I would have wanted to say that.
okay. So I'll say, um, you are able to tell Gorm as you sort of see them readying up there and taking a stance. You'd be able to tell him that you've got it distracted by a dancing light spell. Um, as you guys are setting up this kind of ambush, you're not sure if it is going to come that way. So Gorm, is there anything else that you would either like to do instead or do to perhaps draw it over to you?
Not this time. The other path is blocked, so this is the only way at the moment. I'll just ready myself. Same thing.
Okay, so you will hear then this. I'll ask for another deception check from you, Ursula. We'll see if you are able to hold this thing's attention with the dancing light. Oh, okay, Wyvern's not too clever either. So, uh, yeah, you'll hear more screeching as this wyvern leaps up into the air. You'll sort of see it above the bushes for a second as you see it lift its tail into the air and then just drop down and seemingly strike into the ground. Again, not having any effect, but these creatures is real dumb. Yeah, so that's going to be that one. This one here is going to try and screech at the oak, and it is going to, yeah, it's going to just push it away with its claws. Now you guys can't currently see this. Cool Kaiju fights happening on the other side of the wall. It's got a 19 for a 20. Okay, it does some damage as you hear the ogre cry out in pain, and on the ogre's turn, of you who can understand giant here will hear it going, I'm sorry, I'll dig it deeper next time. And you can hear him cowering, but you don't hear any more like sounds of him swinging or running. It does take us back to Yormont now, where you and Gorm are standing here holding the line with Svenja's sword sort of floating to assist you. What are you going to do?
I'll use my bonus action to invoke my Frost Rune. Yeah, and well, I'll ask if anything's happening with the wyvern that was still sitting back.
I mean, you can go and peek through the bushes there. It's still open. You just got to step in.
Ah,
Are you asking one of your party members?
yeah, just like I don't wanna, I don't really wanna try it.
Would have heard whatever Whistler said to Gorm as well. I mean,
I mean, I
Oh, I
can't
thought
see
you
either,
choose
so
not to.
I
Okay,
can't see either. So you have more or less the same information as me.
then I'd like to just step forward slightly, and a lot of readying. Already in action, and I want to try if it peeks its head through the brush here. I want to try and just grab it by its neck and just pull it through so that it surrounds we surround it.
I'll say because you are in giant form, you can give me a perception check, and we'll see. You might be able to peek over the bushes a little bit and get an eye on what's going on on the other side. Because can you actually see through that gateway?
No,
If you step
not
to the
from
bushes, into those like jungle-like plants, you should be able to.
here.
Can you see now
Gotcha.
into the other
Yeah,
room?
only at this
Okay,
point.
so but yeah, if you want to walk all the way up there, you can. But I'll say with a 14, you're also able to sort of get that view from a little bit further back. Say like from uh, 10 feet further back from where you are, or just 5 feet actually. As you peek over, and you can see that this wyvern is currently circling this little like vague humanoid figure that's shifting and being all dramatic in its like it's been wounded, but it seems to be attacking this and missing every time as it's just swatting at a light. It's like a cat playing with a laser toy right now.
Just gonna duck back and ask Ursula if you can move the dancing lights to the north.
Sir.
Awesome then.
Okay, so you like giving
Then
Ursula
hopefully
sort
we
of
should.
hand signals, trying to
Yeah.
direct her via her eyes.
Yep. Hopefully we won't even need to fight anymore, at least. But if it does come through anyway, I'd like to still do the same thing with my ready action.
Yeah, no, that's
Body
cool.
slam the giant lizard.
I'll say you can ready your action and then a bonus action to be directing Ursula like that. That's cool.
Awesome. Then that's my turn.
Okay. On the other side, Camilla, you are. What are you doing?
Let's see. Yeah. Let's move back and see how the things go.
Yeah, I mean, you can give me another stealth check if you want to try and sort of sneak up there rather than just walking out into the open, but you should have from where we stand. But yeah, this time it seems pretty safe out here. You're not sure what everyone's worried about. Sounds like the wyverns are kind of far away. No reason to be so sneaky.
Yep. And that's where we end.
And yeah.
First unmute, then casting healing word. Yeah, I don't want to burn through all these resources, but still not looking good. So she's going to, as a bonus action, just again try and get cast the healing word on herself and take the dodge action. And that is my turn.
Yeah, I'll have
Okay.
the white person get up and move maybe 25 feet north, like Yorman asked, and dodge.
Okay, so that light, Yorman, you see the figure starting to run past the wyvern into the bushes up at the top that the other wyvern went through, and you can see the wyvern sort of tracking it with its eyes, though it is raising its wings like it is still in a fight with this thing. Gorm, that brings us to you.
Yeah, I'll peek through the bushes as well.
Yeah, sort of underneath Gorman is in his fine form. You peek in there, and you can see the wyvern turning around to face this.
Yeah, just whisper at Yormund. What's the plan here?
It either comes here, and I try to pull it through so we can surround it, or it goes up and we can just walk right by.
Okay. And I'll just... Yeah, I'll hold a weapon attack in case he does show up and end my turn here.
Okay, and that wyvern you are going to see start chasing after this light as, yeah, it went 25 feet up. It is just getting into that thing. It is still within its vision, so it is going to pounce on. Again, obviously having no effect. As it is sort of fighting, you see it start like tearing through the leaves and bushes and things as it is attacking this thing with bite attacks. And the other wyvern, and you hear it screeching again. This time it turns its attention to whatever its buddy is fighting over here, and you will see Yorman and Gorm. You'll both see from those bushes and a second set of jaws sort of peek through it for a second. It seems like they are both trying to attack it, and the ogre. You hear loud weeping and sobbing sound coming from the other side of the tree line that you're next to there, Ursula. You can hear an ogre crying. Doesn't seem to be doing anything. So, Yormund, that takes us on to you.
Okay, let's try this then. Is the wyvern's head sort of like in the brush fully?
It's sort of making its head out of the bushes and striking at it, but you can see they both. It's like it looks like this light is sort of dispersed into the bushes, and they are just attacking it relentlessly. So it's pulling its head out of the bushes and back in over and over again.
Would I be able to make a educated guess that what's the likelihood of managing to just sneak around, just not get
See?
spotted by it? Like if I'm able to get down here, would it be able to see me?
You can. They seem pretty distracted right now. The
Awesome.
both wyverns are attacking those bushes. The one is
You are
facing
right.
in your direction and might be able to see you if you go past. But if you're sneaky enough, you might be able to get past them.
God fucking damn it.
Unless you're given away by a wolf.
You know, because at the start of turn, Shepard was still back here, Ursula, you know, if he goes ballistic, go in range.
I'll say, Ursula, if you want to give me an animal handling check to give Yormund advantage on his, you can, as you will hear Shepard like getting really excited in the bushes next to you, just like wanting to get involved in this fight, starting to growl, maybe about to give you away.
Yeah,
But
I'll do that.
okay, so animal handling from both of you, and yeah, if Ursula beats a 13, I'll say you can have advantage, Yormund.
I appreciate the sentiment, although unfortunately I already have advantage from my frost rune.
Well, don't worry, it didn't help anyway. Ursula's trying, but the shepherd is not listening to him.
I'm not so good with animals.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
So, Ursula, how are you trying to calm Shepard as you see him suddenly turning to face you and getting aggressive?
I'll just reach out my hand, try to scratch his ears, not really realizing that he probably isn't in the mood for that right now.
Oh no.
Okay, Yormund, what does Shepard do as Ursula is trying to scratch him behind the ears and he's starting to kind of froth at the mouth? Hearing this, like, this
Well,
growling coming from Shepard.
I'll, if I have the choice, then I'd like to, at least for the first time, be a little lenient and have. But I must ask, Ursula, are you carrying a shield?
Yes. Yes.
Then I think this is one of the lighter options Shepard could do. You know what? No, it is not. I miss the fact that it also includes a regular attack roll.
Yeah, I think those things are all. It all has a regular attack roll. So, but I think it makes sense that as you go to scratch, he's going to go for your arm. But yeah, I'll say you can just make it a normal attack if you don't want to fully wrench her to the ground and start like.
Yeah, just go for a normal attack. I'll put the ferocity back.
I mean, either way, actually, he does that.
Oh yeah, it goes.
That the shepherd shield that is to take their shield away. Otherwise, he always sort of pounces to the ground. So yeah, describe the full attack.
Oh fuck! I forgot to target as well.
Does a 20 hit you, Ursula? Do you maybe?
Yes.
Oh. Yeah, Shepard hears a lot of dragons hissing, a lot of giants crying, and general sounds of battle. He is riled up. He wants to be a part of it, and he sees red for a second. You know what else he sees that's red? Ursula. Right next to him. He bites.
Hellas rebuke. No, I'm kidding.
That cracked me up. We'll give you inspiration for that.
Yeah. So magic is like shepherd, bad dog, sit.
Wait a second. Does
Well, I
Ursula
already
not
had it.
have inspiration from the Thunderfist?
Yeah,
it's not going to
still
help
have
you here,
that
though.
one.
We're not running. You can change other people's roles. It's just an advantage when you need it. Yeah, that Yormund, as you, yeah, as Ursula, as you try and reach out, scratch him behind the ear, he snaps and grabs you by the arm, almost like tearing it off. I will say you don't need to make the strength save um, as everyone starts shouting at Shepard. You are able to pull your arm free, but yeah, he seems pretty pissed off, this dog, right now. Yormund, it is still your turn, and as you kind of try and you turn to direct Ursula what she should do with the light. You see Shepard attacking her. What are you going to do?
I'm going to go pick up my dog. He's been bad. Literally just grabbing him by the scruff and just picking him up with me.
I can give you a bundle of scrolls to swat him with if you want to, since you don't have newspaper.
That's fine.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I'll
Yeah.
I'll go back, and I'm basically with that. I'm preparing to just make a dash for it, and I'll say that to everyone. This is probably our chance to run, if we're gonna, or sneak, if you'd like to, but get past. This is our shot.
Okay, so yeah, you pull Shepard off of Ursula, him up under your arm, just run to the other side. As yeah, I imagine Svenja runestick is more of a threat than a newspaper in this day and age. You get over there, and I will say, because you are large, you're kind of blocking up the entrance, but you'll be able to open up the bushes there and like hold them for people if you're trying to direct everyone to run through, as that is going to
Yeah.
take us to the top of the round. And Carmilla, what are you doing on the other side there? As you might be able to see them if you come through, maybe direct.
I'm gonna. Let's see. I'm gonna try getting back. Seeing a Wyvern.
I'll say you can give me a perception as well to see if you see Yormund and the others starting to peek through the bush.
No.
Yeah, the dancing lights also disappeared because I failed the save for that.
Oh, right. Okay. So when Shepard bites you, it disappears.
shit.
Well, here's where that one of Camilla's comes in is, Camilla, you look around, you don't see any more ogres, you don't know where your friends are, but you look over at the wyverns as one of their heads peeks through the bushes, and it stops as it seems to be looking for something, and it makes eye contact with you just as you round the corner. As you see it snarl, what are you going to do?
There's only one thing to do. Shoot it.
Bruh.
So the one that you're seeing is actually the one just up above. I'll maybe
Oh, that one.
you target it now. Yeah. So that's the one. The other one has got its back to you, so it doesn't see you. But that one has just tried to take a bite through, and yeah, as soon as it looks at you, you loose that arrow, and it hits it right in the head. You see it sort of glances off some of the scales that are on its head, but it is a direct hit. Okay, very nice. Is that going to be your turn, or
Yes, that's all I can do.
very nice? Svenja, I'm just going to pause for a second. I'll be right back.
Yeah, Yorman seeing this, his mouth just hangs open. Like, what the fuck?
I will say you guys can, while I'm gone, because Yormund is sort of telling you guys you might want to run, you guys can speak amongst yourselves, like outside of turn order or anything like that.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm just relaying what I'm seeing, which is now that the Wyverns are no longer distracted, and they see Carmilla. We are in a bit of a pickle.
Yeah.
Good idea.
It's-
Polymorph
Yeah.
both of them into pickles. And then we eat them.
Do you have polymorph?
I'm actually gonna
I'm
use
not an
that
arcane
too.
caster. I'm a primal caster.
You are certainly primal fucking something. Bunny eater.
So
this is a
I'm kind of a little bit annoyed that we're running into a difficult unexpected. So I think we should run.
yeah.
Fair.
To be honest. Hello.
Oh, don't run. Why run? That's all I heard.
Yeah, or we should die bravely and continue the Valhalla quest line.
That's a good one.
Oh, I thought you meant like run past the wyverns. Dude, you're gonna try and flee.
Go up, shove one of the wyverns in through the door, close it, done.
Yeah, I mean, bear in mind those are bushes. So, like,
Yeah.
it's a
I
door
could just
meta-wise, but
I can
they
just
can fly.
imagine. I can just imagine there's a wall there. It's fine.
If the dancing light was still there, I would have tried to hit like, the one in the back and make it look like it was the other wyvern biting him.
Yeah, they have nearly hit each other a few times there, but it seems like now that the light is gone, the other one has noticed Kamala. So Svenja on the other side here, feeling a little bit stronger, but maybe not sure about your chances ahead.
Back.
What are you gonna do?
Actually, that's a good question, Norman. Do we still run past the wyverns, or do we run away? What did you have in mind specifically?
Well,
Run
I was
away.
planning on running past them just so we can finish our business here and not have to fight them. Now, I still think that because I still don't know what's on the other side. I'm surprised Carmilla came back, but I mean, I wouldn't know why.
Okay, well, let's let's stick with the plan.
I will say they are definitely no longer distracted and we are kind of blown.
Oh shit! It's
Well,
so
you
hard
guys
to
aren't, but
not meta
melee.
game this.
True.
So Svenja is going to, in anticipation of, move this way and try and hide in the bushes stealthily, just hiding and looking out.
Yeah, you can do that easily. They definitely aren't paying attention to the bushes that you're hiding in, and yeah, with that stealth check, so that's a free action.
Okay.
You
So
join
can
up
she
with the
then
others.
use as an So that was a movement, and then as an action, kind of just try and sneak around and hide behind this log.
Okay, yeah, I'll say you can use the stealth check for that as you make your way out. Are you talking about this log down at the bottom, or just where you're standing?
Can I make it down to the one at the bottom?
Well, that's 70 feet of movement, so
Yeah, so, okay, so the dash action goes against the stealth action. Okay, so she's going to be back where she was. How do I undo the movement? No,
Just go back.
yeah, it's...
yeah, well, I think you were at 25 feet when you got up to where Gorm is.
Okay, so there-ish. I guess I need to be accurate with this one so I don't die. It's not letting me move back through there.
That's 40 feet where you're standing now, and then
that
so it
would
was
have been-
actually 30 when you got to Gorm. But yeah, that's
There we go.
30 where you are now.
Okay, so she will grab her rapier out of the just to reset the bonus action because it's been out there for 3 rounds anyway. So she's got the devil's rapier in her hand as well now, and that's me.
Okay, great. Yeah, so I'll say that that stealth check, because you are coming in there to hide, I'll say you can give Gorm and Yorman both advantage on their stealth checks if they want to make one as you come in there and you start seeing the route. But Ursula, you can see them all gathering up there at the bushes. What are you going to
Let's go and follow him. Well, let me move. And yeah, I don't think it'll work, but I may as well try dancing lights again. Let's put them like there.
Okay. I'll say you can give me another deception check to try and uh, like draw their attention to that one. Okay, very nice.
Should I
Yeah,
also
so
make a
you
stealth check?
sorry, say again.
Should I also make a stealth check?
You don't have to where you are now, and if you
Alright.
like move out there,
Yeah, so
but
that's my turn then.
you will see the wyvern on the bottom that had not noticed Pamela yet, notices the new light and turns up and starts attacking that. You cannot see what the other wyvern is doing currently though. So Gorm, that takes us to you.
I'll use my bonus action to cast Shield of Fate on myself again. And I use my action, and I really hope it will work to cast. Man, I haven't used this one in a while. Sacred Flame on the guy, like on the other side of the bushes, and hopefully make it look like the other wyvern hit him. if he fails to save.
Okay. Yeah. Can you target him for me?
Yep.
Cool.
I think this will work
Just
properly.
damage and then
Okay, yeah, it does.
Oh,
It finally worked. Finally hit with the cantrip.
Yeah, so for a whole 3 radiant damage, but it does help with this distraction as this other wyvern at the bottom is now thrashing and going for the light. This one at the top has just been hit by an arrow and then suddenly it gets this burst of radiant energy as it seems like it's under attack from all sides. Yeah, it definitely took that hit. You've still got the
Yeah,
movement and stuff. Anything else you want to?
I can really stealth my way downwards, so I will stay here.
Okay, it's everyone just piled up under Yormund, like as he's giant crouched over there. This one, after just seeing its body also take a hit from this light, is jumping up and is like attacking the tree. Yeah, this one still doesn't know what's going on, but can you even see the?
Yep.
You see the dancing line. Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought the wall might be blocking it. Actually working properly. So yeah, this one's attacking the tree. This one, however, is going to just flap its wings and push past its buddy, who gets sort of pushed to the side, but is going to fly up into the air.
oh.
Oh, what?
It flies into the air and it seems to be coming for you, Carmilla.
Success.
Bro.
As you see it just let out that screech again as it comes flying in towards you. Now let me just double check if this is ranged or if it can actually shoot this thing. Okay, no, fine. So you see it flying towards you. It is not able to get to you just yet, but you see it coming. Taking us onto the ogre, who is still sort of sniffling over there, as he's going to start bringing himself to his feet and lumbering his way over, still sobbing. Moment takes us to you. Also, Shepherd's ferocity resets after it's
Yes.
had that effect, right? Okay, cool.
Only it just doesn't reset if I pass the save.
Yeah.
Oh god, I really have no idea what to do here. What the plan is. Carmilla, would I know your character well enough to think that you're just gonna dash over?
We don't know.
Does it look to them like you're trying to draw the wyvern over, like intentionally?
Pretty much.
Yeah, so Yeoman, from your perspective, as much as it might be ruining the plan you had 5 seconds ago, it seems like she's drawing that one away, which is leaving that one distracted wyvern pretty open. But yeah, it does look like she might be about to get munched. I don't think it looks like she's about to start running towards you guys, though. I may be mistaken, but Camilla, I assume it looks like you're going to start running in the opposite direction with your bow in hand.
We'll see.
Which probably hasn't made their mind up yet. There's a wyvern flying at them. What are you doing?
Alright, first answer I hear. Do we fuck up the distracted wyvern?
Sure.
Alright. We might die.
Maybe.
Fuck. Okay, fine. I'll use my action to dash. Yeah, actually, this.
Don't you have 10 feet reach with halberd?
I have a long sword out.
Oh
It's a
man.
wolf under one arm, longsword in the other. Or a shepherd running alongside you.
At this point, I would have dropped Shepard, and he's running alongside, and he's also, yeah. Is he?
Yeah, I'll say it is. He is distracted, so you'll have advantage against him. Yeah, plus the flanking.
Oh yeah. Well, I've already used my action to dash literally 5 feet. So it's just up to.
I'll say there are those rocks there. You're in giant form. I'll say a rule of cool. If you want to give me an athletics check, I'll say DC 16. If you can beat that, you can use that rock as a stepping stone and just do a jump so that you don't have to dash.
Well,
of course, there we go. Yeah,
thank
you
God.
use that
Thank
as
you.
a stepping stone and leap off of it. This wyvern won't know what hit it. Advantage on that attack.
Flame. Go on. Does the +2 from the frost rune apply to damage or not?
No idea, but I don't think he does. I
Okay.
don't use the frost rune.
Really? It's so
It's all
good,
ability checks and
Sure, he
saving
doesn't need.
throws.
Yeah, that's
I use the
true.
fire one and the
All ability checks. Okay.
I don't know which one. Another one, not the frost one.
It says your frost rune's already
cloud
used, or is that because you just click?
It has a 10-minute duration. I used it just earlier.
I thought that was like a short rest kind of thing.
And Shepherd as well. Actually, you know what? Shepherd tears nuts up. Oh. Oh.
Well, first of all, let's see. Is this wyvern a male or a female? I'm going to ask you to call it heads or tails.
Heads.
Okay, heads for me. Okay. It is a boy and may not be for much longer. It's shepherd. It's right up in there. Let's see. Oh, yeah, you guys. This thing's been trying to fight a little light, and you guys just run up on him. And please describe what this looks like as you guys just work in perfect coordination.
So yeah, Yormund running like a fucking massive rugby player. You know how they run? It's just incredibly intimidating. He runs up,
High
jumps
knees.
off of the rock, and slashes down with his longsword. And that staggers the dragon slightly, the wyvern slightly enough for Shepard to come in, attack one of his two favorite targets, the nuts, as opposed to the neck, and bring the wyvern to heal. Also, can I'm sorry, but I forgot to add giant smite damage. Can I do that?
Yeah, you absolutely can.
It's just another 6, so another 5 damage.
Yeah, not bad. At this level, 5 damage is
Yes.
good whack. Yeah, as Shepard just keeps this thing grounded, and you hear this screeching out. Another wyvern now in the air, flying towards you. Carmilla, it is your turn. What are you going to
Quick.
do?
Quickly, sorry. He's
I have a
also
plan.
prone and restrained.
Yeah, I've added and
Okay,
restraint.
thank you. Yeah, because of the fetch.
Oh, right, because he's got him by the balls. No.
Yeah.
I have the best plan. Just gonna retreat, and then with the last 5 feet, throw myself into the bushes and use hide. Hoping the Wyrm won't find me.
Okay, yeah, let's see if your stealth works out better this time. Stealth check from you, please. Yeah, there's definitely more than enough brush here to hide you. Oh, you are hiding amongst these roots and things. You can hear it coming. It doesn't seem like there's actually that much space for you to get in behind these bushes. So you kind of lay low next to these roots and whatever and wait, watching that entrance. Is that going to be your full turn, or have you still got a bonus action?
Oh! Oh! I'm gonna take the cloak, put it over me, and that gives me a hide action.
Remind me which cloak.
Let me just put it at the no, yeah,
Nope.
that one.
Yeah, you basically got a little ghillie suit there. So I will say, yeah. So that'll the hide would have been your bonus. You are you're lying under this thing. You're not sure if it takes the color of the ground, but it's not quite able to replicate these roots around here. I will, however, say because you're using that item for the first time, you can have advantage on that stealth check and roll it one more time. Or yeah, actually, we can take the first roll because you rolled it at disadvantage first, which the way is pretty good.
Actually, it's the same. I just realized that, like, no, yes, it is. No, it's better.
Yeah, so with that, you definitely that would have been a much nicer stealth check as you lie yourself underneath um, this blanket that now just forms itself to the environment, and you don't think this thing's going to be able to see you. But that is your bonus then, so you've still got your action.
Well, just gonna hold my action in case it sees me, and then I'm gonna slice it.
Okay, so you're holding it with your swords, just waiting.
Yep.
All right.
Perfect. It works.
Yeah, awesome. So then, Svenja, that takes us to you. As you can see, Yormund attacking the one wyvern and the other one flying towards where Carmilla just sort of disappeared around the corner. What are you going to do?
So the one that Yormund is attacking is being held down by Shepard right now, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so she is. I'm struggling on the laptop to measure range. Spells. That
You're
is
about
30
40
feet.
feet.
So she's going to walk forward about up to there, I guess. Come, little machine thingy. and she is going to unleash hell on the wyvern. She is going to cast the spell called Valkyrie's Assault. Let's do that because, hey, we trained that spell.
So you said
Um,
it's 30 feet, right?
Yeah, 30 feet range.
Okay, cool. So you'd have to just go up there, but that's cool. You're just peeking out the other side of the bushes as you unleash the spell. What does it look?
Um, and did anything interesting happen? So there are 3 spectral soldiers. Let's see. Attack. Normal.
You have advantage because it's restrained. I think at least. Yeah, it's melee attack for.
Okay, so the first one hits normal. The second one, I don't. It's not giving me. I can do advantage. I think the second one didn't hit. And why is it not giving me the option for another attack?
Did the same thing with my Scorching Ray.
You can try to cast the spell again, just tell it to not consume a spell slot.
Okay, so let's do that. That's a good idea. Oh, I must override the spell slot thingy quickly here. Okay, so this is one of those feature things, Devin. I'm still not sure.
Just when you cast the spell, it's like you press cast and it pops up another window. It says cast spell, and you have an option like a small box you can untick, so it will not consume a spell.
There we go. Right. And the third attack is. Yay!
Oh, nice.
Nice damage.
Okay, and with the bonus action, she's going to throw out her rapier, dancing rapier thingy again, and attack with that. Inventory, where is it? There is dance rapier. And attack. So hang on a second. I didn't choose the Valkyrie with that.
That's all right. It'll hit the wyvern.
And let's see what damage that does. That is a 1d6, 1d8 plus 1d6 damage.
Attack with the bonus action as well.
Yeah, so when you throw it out as a bonus action, you made it slightly overpowered, so feel free to wind it back if you want.
No, that's cool. I think that is how dancing swords work. I just don't remember.
Yep.
But a 19 definitely hits. So roll your damage on that. So how much did you say?
Plus 1d8 plus. So it's dex plus proficiency plus. There we go. So I think that's it. That will be 14 points of damage, of which 7 is fire damage. Then if there's resistances to that.
Good lord. Okay, that's very powerful. It is like a very rare blade there. So, okay. Yeah, are you sure that's the damage? But 14, how do you want to do this?
So essentially, the way I see this is there's this from her sort of mouth as she sort of does this incantation she learned from Ingvild. There's just these sort of almost lightning-like sparks that go out. These Valkyries appear, and they slash at the wyvern and disappear as they slash. And as the wyvern turns around a little bit in surprise from where it's lying on the ground, this rapier materializes in the air and just sort of slashes across its chest diagonally, and opening it up. And as the chest opens up, the flame goes inside and pierces it through its lungs and heart, and essentially cauterizes all the, basically boils the blood and burns it to death. Very gruesome.
Hell yes, yeah. That little light it was fighting turned into 3 Valkyries, and it was not expecting that. As you guys destroy that wyvern, is that going to be your turn, Svenja?
If you insist. Yeah, that's all I can do. I think she'll move another 20 feet closer to 10 feet, 15 feet closer to, if you don't mind moving her towards Camilla, but that is my turn.
Yeah, that's about as far as you
Wyvern had no clue what hit it.
No, that's probably the best use of a dancing light spell I've ever seen. But Ursula, what are you going to do now?
Gonna run over towards that wyvern, and as he runs, he leaps into the air, the wind carrying her forward as he casts Scorching Ray on it. Hopefully, he's not resistant to fire.
Find out. Doesn't seem like it on the first hit. Doesn't seem to like it at all.
Not giving me another damage pop-up.
Yeah, I think you have to press it multiple times. There's not that many spells that let you have multiple attacks. Foundry isn't equipped for that.
That's a 16.
16 hits, I think. Yep.
That's a total of 20 damage on it.
Including the first 6.
Yes. And that's my turn.
Okay, yeah, definitely doesn't like that as you sort of knock it out of the sky for a second and it has to right itself now. With the flames coming off of its wings. This Gorm, that takes us to you. And see your friend's actually putting up a pretty good fight. What do you do?
I will charge in and hold my action to cast. What is this again? Yes, Sacred Flame, because everything is out of my reach.
Okay, holding to cast Sacred Flame on what?
On the dragon, on the wyvern, as soon as it comes within 60 feet of me.
Okay. Then going on to this one is. I mark this as defeat.
Gorm, you can dash if you want to, right?
Can't hold his action if he does that.
Also, dashing alone.
You want to do that? Last time.
No, I'm holding the action.
Cool. Then that one's very dead. This one who just got hit with fire is like not sure where that came from, but is actively pursuing Carmilla. As it flies over this way, you see it kind of reaching its head as it gets hit by all of these flames. I'm gonna give it a check.
Oh my god.
Just rolled 2 nat ones. So Miller, you see it land in front of you and look directly at you and not see you at all. You are completely hidden, and it's like you're gripping your swords, waiting for it to come in, and then it moves its head to try and put the flames out on one of its wings, and then it turns back around and faces the others as it like looks in at you and gives its screech again. Okay, it is going to fly up rest of its movement speed, which is that within 60 feet of you?
Nope, unfortunately.
Okay, unlucky. Yeah, so it is flying up into the air, and it is just looking down at the lot of you, sees its dead body, and sort of flies up a little bit, and then it's just screeching down at you from the air, and it seems to be kind of like taunting you, seeming like it might try and fly away, but it is screeching in your guys' direction now, and seems to have lost combat. Seeing this on the other side, you hear Yormund, you hear a voice in Giant go, "Huh? What was that? What's going on?" And then a hand is going to open the bushes.
Yeah, I'll just sort of like command stay back.
You again? Hey. Hey! And he just is like, points at the dead wyvern and points at you, and then like,
I freed you! Look at that! Is that gonna hurt you anymore?
"No, this one was my friend." He takes the stick. And he's going to try and shepherd. Why am I always kicking your dogs? I feel bad.
He doesn't even have that much health.
Well, this one probably has balls, so
Yeah. Just shepherd.
Hold on, dog.
oh no,
Oh my god.
another one.
Okay, before I roll damage, anyone got any reaction?
Silvery Bob, please.
Okay.
Watch it roll another nat 20.
I can win them all.
That's
Okay.
fine.
How many
Not a
times
crit.
have I Silvery Bob shepherd away from crits?
Twice.
Yeah, it's a lot. More than twice, let me tell you.
On a crit?
So
On
when I
shepherd
had my last crit,
specifically?
no, just on all of you.
That's fair then.
That is 20 points of damage to Shepherd. Did it ask you to roll on
Yeah.
the table there?
Oh no.
Ah, damn it. I was supposed to. I closed the prompt. But, yeah, what you're going to see is that he's going to smack Shepherd and knock him backwards a little bit. He just goes flying 10 feet back as he just smashes Shepherd into. And then, yeah, with it, that is one attack. I'll say he spent the rest of his turn trying to figure out what the hell was going on in the world, and that's going to be him. Taking us onto you, Yormund, as Ogre has just kicked the dog.
You fucking scum. Oh wait.
Which way are you moving? Then?
Just straight line to was to here, in between the
Okay.
ogre and the wyvern.
As you sort of step in front of Shepherd there, I would like you to please give me a dex saving throw.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, as you move, I'm gonna say you get to about here, and as you are walking in front of this ogre and trying to get in between you and Shepherd, the ground underneath you suddenly gives way. As underneath you and Shepherd, a pit opens up where you now notice it was a pit trap that was standing here, and in your giant form between you and Shepherd, you've put enough weight onto it for it to collapse, but you are standing just on the edge, and in your giant form, how tall are you actually?
I think large is like 10 feet.
10.
Well, it
Yeah,
just
but
says you
in
become
height,
large. As
which
well,
means you like double in dimensions, right? So how tall is a woman usually?
6 foot-ish, so maybe 12, 13 feet now.
Okay, so in your giant form, the top of this pit is just a few feet above you. It's 15 feet at the edge. So you fall, and you are going to take um a d6 of fall damage, both you and a shepherd, as you fall in.
Oh, I didn't roll the dex save for Shepherd.
No,
Or do you
shepherd
just
is in the middle of the pit.
Okay.
It was for triggering it. If you had succeeded, it wouldn't have broken. But you each take 2 points of damage. Holy shit! Shepherd, right down. So have you taken that off yours? Or
Yep, I've done it
okay,
for
cool.
both.
Right. So yeah, as you both hit the ground, you are going to be forced. I'll say 5 feet back there. You luckily don't crush. You are in the hole right now, and it is 15 feet tall. So um, wouldn't be that difficult for you to climb out, but you see the ogre suddenly start jumping from foot to foot, going, oh, "We got one!" And he seems very happy. It seems this is the hole that he dug. But it is still your turn. That just happens as you make your movement over there. And I will say you are knocked prone essentially by that, but as you fall into the pit, yeah, you're not prone, both of you.
So the price for getting out is basically just standing up.
Well, it's half your movement speed to stand back up, and then yeah, you wouldn't need a roll to climb out of it. It's
Okay.
easy enough. For Shepherd, it will be much harder, but because you're in large form, it won't require a roll. Otherwise, it would be athletics and acrobatics.
And so we'll both get up, and I'll actually just grab Shepherd and just put him at the top, like right about here.
Okay, I'll say that would be an action to help him up there. I'll say you can make it a bonus action if you're just like kneeling down to give him a bit of a boost.
Yeah.
But
Let's make it a bonus action then. Yeah. Does he
how
need to make a
much
check?
movement do you have?
Bjormund has 30. Shepherd has 50.
Okay, so it would have been the rest of Yorman's movement to just get back up onto his knees, because you already moved like 20 feet there from the beginning. But so you'd be able to create that boost for Shepherd, but maybe climbing out this turn is not in the cards for you.
Gotcha. Then Shepherd will go here, reposition, and I am going to. Can I? Right. I used a bonus action. I still have an action, right? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to throw a hand axe at him. Okay, my internet just kind of died.
Bad excuse.
Bring a hand axe, I didn't. That's cool.
Yeah. Did it show the wall?
No, there's not.
No.
Oh, did it? Your whole thing crack?
No, I think it might have cancelled itself or something. Oh no.
I'll just try to roll it again, unless it's just lagging.
I think it's just lagging because I've done it again and it hasn't shown up, so might just give it a
Okay,
second.
cool. We'll give it a minute. Is that going to be the last thing on your turn?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Well, when your thing comes back, you can just roll that again. As yeah, hand axe is probably not going to be enough to take him down in one hit, but we'll then move on to combat. Yeah, you are hidden. They haven't triggered your ready to action as you've seen the wyvern get distracted and move away, not being able to find you. What are you going to do?
What I'm gonna do? Just there while it's distracted, just shoot it in the back.
Okay, yeah, I'll give you advantage on this one as they have
Let's just
significantly distracted it and it's trying to intimidate them. It's like opened its wings up and it's back to you. Very nice.
and that's the
Where are
turn.
you shooting in?
I'm just gonna let's see. Just in the back of the head. Just
Okay,
here.
so-
Yes, there.
Okay, so you guys will see an arrow just saw into like the base of its skull as it probably doesn't go all the way into its brain. It's quite a thick hide to get through, but you see it like poke through one of the sort of horns as it is sort of redirected, and there is now this arrow sticking into the back of its neck and almost out the top of its head as you see it sort of falter a little bit as it doesn't seem quite able to fly as well as it was a second ago. And you guys see Kamala there with her bow. Did you say that's your turn?
Yep, that's pretty much every action used.
Awesome. Nice. Svenja, that's you.
You are muted.
Yep. Okay, so I think so. The ogre that's attacking Yorman and them all right now, that's the one that's pretty badly injured, right?
Yeah, he's quite badly injured. He's just knocked Yorman into a hole, though, it looks like. And the wyvern's looking very badly hurt at the moment.
Okay, so if she's going to move to, if she's not within 60 feet of the wyvern, she will move a little bit forward, probably to where Ursula is standing, something like that. I'm looking at the YouTube stream, sorry. And she will then cast Dissonant Whispers. She'll whisper at the wyvern, sort of in, I guess, a mixture of celestial and giant, that its imminent doom is here. It is going to die. It needs to do a wisdom saving throw against a DC 14 or take. What a shitty roll. 9 points of psychic damage and has to flee as far away as possible from me if it fails.
Well, that was a 12, so probably a fail. Does it have an intelligence requirement for that to work?
Dissonant Whispers. No, different creature automatically succeeds. It doesn't say anything. It's actually a discordant melody, so it's like just ominous sounds. There's nothing about intelligence. Right.
Okay, yeah. I think it's Phantasmal Force as the other.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Phantasmal
anyway,
Force.
that's cool.
It's
this
animal
works.
friendship that has the intelligence thing.
So yeah, that's usually the stuff with beasts. But this definitely works as. Sorry, how much psychic was it?
Where was that roll? I think it was 9 points. No, hang on. Wait, where can I see the log of the rolls in D&D Beyond?
Top right.
Yeah, it looks like a little speech bubble.
Yeah, it was 9.
Okay, so 9 points of damage, and it needs to use any actions if it can to get away from me. Or its reaction to move as far away as possible.
Yeah, so it will use its reaction as it takes that. You see it like now bleeding from the back of the head and eyes as it is. That arrow seems to have done serious damage, and you're not making it any better as it turns around and flies towards you this time.
Okay,
And it is going to fly right over you. So Carmilla, I'm going to say because it forces it to use its reaction. This is not technically forced movement, so you will get an opportunity attack as it flies over you. As it is just gliding right over you, you can see it's hurt. Do you want to try and take an opportunity attack, or it would be within sword range as it's coming over you? Carmilla, are you there?
Have we lost her?
Yeah. Danny, are you there?
Oh, that's
Yes,
a bit
yes.
late.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, was I calling you the wrong name again?
Hey,
Are you going to
I'm
take
back
an
to roll.
opportunity attack?
Of course.
That's gliding over you, just above the head height, within sword range, and you swing at it as it flies above you.
And it flies past me.
Oh, yeah, it just manages to sort of clip its scales, but it is able to flap its wings and just get over you. Then back to Svenja. What is the rest of your turn?
So she was moving the Devil's Rapier to the Ogre and trying to attack, but she rolled a 6, so it would be a miss. Unless there's anything that gives advantage in that attack. But I don't think that counts as flanking or anything, because it's not an actual person creature, it's just a floating weapon. Yes, last time we spoke about this, it doesn't get advantage as a dancing sword. So, okay, so that's her turn.
You know what? Speaking of, sorry, I was looking at many things. Camilla, I'll give you cinematic advantage on that because it's just too fucking cool. This trying to take it down on the other side. But yeah, the ogre is distracted by the dancing blade there. Did I understand that right? You're moving that to the ogre.
Yes, correct.
Okay, cool. So yeah, as you are doing that, this is when the wyvern swoops down, and an 18 is actually going to be a hit. So yeah, Camilla, roll your damage, and let's see if you're able to take this thing down as it swoops over your head.
8.
How do you want to do this?
I just imagine it just flies over me, and I'm just lifting the blade up, and it basically just does the work. Just the blade just carves through it, and as it lands, it's basically just like what's called the entrails just falls down on me.
Yeah, absolutely. It is just split from of its jaw to the tip of its tail. You just tear it all the way down, and it crumples to the ground behind you. You're covered in that viscera, and we then go on to Ursula's turn. I think. Sorry, I missed anything there. Svenja?
Yeoman's hand axe roll did finally go through.
Oh, great. Yeah, what was that?
17.
17.
Cool. It's a hit. We'll resolve that. Okay. What
Yeah,
was the damage?
Svenja is done. Sorry, there we go.
Okay, Yormund, what is the hand axe damage? And then we'll move to Ursula.
15.
Oh wow, okay. Hell of a hand axe.
Giant smite.
Oh, it's the giant smite. Nice. I was like, how are you getting so much damage off a hand axe? Beautiful.
It rolled really good, a 5 and 6, I think.
That's good. I like it. Ursula, brings us to you.
Now run up and use another Thunder Haymaker.
Yeah, he looks extra scared again. He stopped celebrating having caught Yormund when he sees you running up. That lightning charged on your fist.
Just run up to it like I said, get away from my friends. Why did that roll so
Holy-
many? That wasn't a crit.
Yeah, it definitely roll for a crit. That was meant to be 14 points of damage there.
Oh.
As as much as I love the one-liner, I think that rolled a crit by accident for some reason.
He added both crit damage. Yeah, probably.
Yeah, it's definitely added a second pool of damage that is maxed, which are crit dice. So, but you got 14 on the first damage wasn't that bad with the 14. And does he need to make a save or does it just push him back?
Yeah, it just pushes him automatically.
Okay, so he. Let me see if I can fix. As yeah, you knock him back for sure. And
Yeah, not
14. Oh god, how
really
do I
any
make him
bonus
reappear?
attacks. So I was going float back as if being knocked back from my own punt.
Okay, I need to. Oh crap! Hold on. I just want to make him reappear, but it's marked him as defeated. Yeah, he's not looking good, but that doesn't quite kill him yet.
Yeah, I can still target him.
He's just invisible for some reason.
Because he was technically
Yeah,
dead.
I'm trying to change that. Oh, yeah, okay, I don't know. Let's see. Gorm, it probably won't last much longer. Anyway,
Yes, I walk to him and strike him with my hammer.
yeah. Yeah, he would have just moved back into the bushes, but he kind of hits the trees and slumps down in front of it as you can just run up on him. How do you want to do this? I mean, roll the damage first, but I'm pretty sure you can finish. Okay, there we go.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
see, Ursula didn't get the crit, but she set one up beautifully as you come in there. How do you finish off this ogre?
I uppercut him with my hammer in his chin, sending him flying backwards.
Yeah, I mean, it's just right up against the tree. You send that head flying up into the branches as this spray of blood goes up the tree, and you see that horrible smell that is coming from him. You just see his arms go limp as the creature is dead, and that brings us out of combat.
Okay, can I just be the first one to say, holy shit, I did not think we would survive that battle.
At sea.
So now
See, I was right.
yeah, see, now I'm feeling like we should be a little bit less cowardly.
At sea. Just be like me. And don't be a coward.
Okay. And what's more, well, actually, no, because it's like becoming traditional for Svenja to go down once per battle, but unusually, she's the only one this time. Go on, buddy. Come on, it's usually you and my thing, yo.
I tried it. Range is not viable to me with one eye. I have to move closer, and everyone is so fast.
Yeah, get myself out of the hole. Hold in my hands and just walk up to Gorm. Just stares.
What?
I gesture to Shepard.
What? I don't know. I'm out of spell slots.
Look at Svenja.
Wait, is Shepard down on 0?
He's near death.
He's on 3 out of 23.
Are we
Okay,
planning
so
to continue exploring, or should we maybe take a breather here? It doesn't seem like there is anything else around except the kobolds.
That giant was scared of someone, so I think there might be somebody else here. Not out of the woods just yet.
We'll
yeah, I
keep
think
going
that depends.
for the next 25 minutes. So if you meant that in character, sorry, but we are going to keep playing them.
Oh, I made in character.
Yeah.
Okay, then never mind.
Okay, so I think Svenja's got 1 spell slot left at this point in time. So if you don't mind rolling for me a healing word on Shepard, that's the best I think I can do in terms of healing right now. Then I don't know if we should use a potion on him as well. I think I have got 2 out of 3 left in my inventory. But maybe let's just do the healing word for now, because we might also want to do a short rest and do hit dice recovery and all of that stuff.
A short rest would probably be good.
Why?
Bro.
No damage, bro.
Well, you can
'cause you
go
ran
ahead
away
and
the whole
explore
time.
then. See if you can find the gem that opens the gate or whatever. We'll rest here.
Yeah, because we don't know what Camilla found around the corner.
The Gym of Dario.
Yormund, are you going back to normal size?
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys have cleared this area. You've got these bodies here. If you want to try and harvest them during a rest or something like that. But yeah, Camilla, you are the only one that has actually seen what is further down through the path. So it's up to you to share that with them, or you guys can go check it out for yourself. Doesn't seem like there's any immediate threats other than the ones you've just dealt with.
Yeah, I'm not sure I want to harvest anything from the ogre,
Come on, man.
but what the wyverns might have something useful.
I'd also like to help with that if I can.
yeah, anyone who wants to try and do some harvesting, you can give me a survival check and just tell me which creature you're trying to harvest from.
I'll go with the first wyvern
I'll do a
up here.
wyvern too.
I'll go with the wyvern closest to me.
Yeah,
Then do we want to
there are
just
two
buddy up?
wyverns. So if
Do you
Jorman
want
is
to just-
helping me,
Buddy up and do advantages.
yeah, you guys can.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you can either then give. Okay. I'm gonna assume Ursula was giving Camilla advantage.
No,
there,
it's a
and
form.
okay. So who's move your
Jorman will
tokens
help
to where? Who's
Carmilla, I
helping
think.
Camilla, or is she doing that on her own?
Happy to help Camilla.
I've got it. It's cool.
Okay, so that's fine. That gives her that advantage. And then Gorm, if you're giving Ursula advantage, Ursula, you can roll again.
Yeah, I'll guide her if I can as well. Casting guidance.
Okay, so you can add the guidance to the 19 then.
That would be a
So
23.
23.
Okay, yeah. In 23 and a 24, you guys will find. Actually, they didn't get to use them on you, but you find some pretty good stuff. We'll find on each of them is a wyvern tail. You will be able to salvage 2 wyvern wings, and let me see. I think it's just one vial of wyvern poison. And who is going to be picking these things up so I can move them onto your character sheets? Camilla and Ursula.
Yeah.
I take the poison, and what did you say the other thing was? There was wings and
And
Stinger.
the tail.
And
I take the
meat, I
tail.
assume?
Take a tail and a wing.
I
Okay,
guess
hold
that
on.
leaves
So
me to grab.
just hold on. Let me actually move them across one by one. So, Ursula, you are taking
Tail and a wing.
one way.
So Svenja is looking at these wyvern claws and kind of looking at Jorman's shield, having seen him bash the ogre. And she's like wondering if we harvest some of the wyvern claws and somehow just mount them on this shield, whether it adds to the damage of a shield bash. But she's also wondering if she should just take a nice wyvern claw and make a necklace or something for her. She's wondering if she should start gathering trophies. Because we keep on going back to the town and telling we've killed an ogre and we've killed a wyvern and we've killed some dragons. I guess we've got bits and pieces to prove that we're not just making up stories.
I assume that you had been doing some trophies. I've been keeping track
Yeah,
of those.
okay.
Some of them have actually shown up in the in the tavern. But yeah, please, if there's something specific you want to take from these creatures as a trophy, you can absolutely do that. But before we get into the complicated things, I just want to deal this stuff out. So I've given Ursula 1 wing and 1 tail. Gorm, are you taking anything from that wyvern?
So we had the tail taken. There is another wing. And the vial
A
of
wing
poison.
and a vial of poison on this one. Yeah.
Nice. I'll take the rest. The vial of poison and the other wing. Is there, I assume, some meat to harvest from it, or is the meat not edible on a wyvern?
Yeah, I'll say you get 1 fresh ingredient from that. Okay, those should be it. Then going on to Camilla, what are you taking from that?
Let's see. the poison and one wing, and I know there's another thing that was left.
Tail.
Yeah, there's the tail, the poison, and the wing.
Yep, that's what I'm taking.
So you're taking everything.
No, as I recall, see, Ursula or someone took one wing and another thing.
We have another wyvern.
Yeah, we're talking. It's you and Yormund here harvesting this one. You've taken. I've given you the poison. Do you just want to take one wing, or are you taking both?
I'm taking the tail and the poison. Then Jorman can take the wings.
Okay, cool. Okay, I've added those. I'll give you the wings now, Yormund.
So I have 4 wings in my possession. Amazing.
You just need
They're
two
bloody
more.
heavy. You probably don't want to be carrying all those wings around.
I
Oh,
think
no.
the other two are still
Yeah,
in.
the other 2 I'd left back in town.
Well, I will say you are. I mean, we're not using encumbrance, but currently carrying those wings, they are like 50 pounds each, so they're
Yeah.
definitely heavy. But you don't have to worry about it. It's not actually going to slow you down right now, but maybe not the best thing to be dragging with you. Is anyone going to take a look at the ogre? Are you going to try and harvest him?
Can I make a check to see if there's anything worth harvesting before I do it? Because he's very smelly.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, he reeks, but that would be part of the harvesting check. So you can just make that survival check.
Okay, I'll make the survival check.
That's part of like assessing it and knowing what to carve off of the thing.
Yeah, so Svenja will assist on that. And over and above anything else, I think we should take the head with just to intimidate the kobold. Kobolds. In case they were thinking of attacking us, dragging an ogre head with us might discourage them.
You can see the head is currently in the branches up above. Not that difficult to reach, but yeah, you'd have to retrieve that.
Hell yeah. Acrobatics up, climb the tree, parkour.
Yeah. You can give me an acrobatics check to see if you can get
I'm going to have to ask you to roll that. I'm basically on sound on phone
and
at the
then
moment. That's all I have left.
don't worry, we'll say it auto succeed because that was just to see how high it would get. But yeah, you can absolutely parkour your way into the tree and get the head. I'm just double checking here. A 19 is going to be enough for everything here. So on the ogre, you would know that you can get ogre blood, which is, it might be worth something. Quite rare. There are things that you can definitely craft with these materials, and you can also find 3 vials of ogre fat, which is what is really smelling. It is pretty nasty as you pull out some of the fat around its belly, and you find that is the source of the smell. And it will take a stalwart alchemist to render this fat into tallow so that you can turn it into magical candles.
You're looking at him.
Yeah, I mean, it's like Shrek style candles, it's pretty nasty.
If there's
And then the ogre hide is also as much as it stinks. When it's tanned, it can make very durable leather. So you do find all of this. Do you want to take it?
can I make it smell nice? Wait a second. It's the sense of the
Yeah.
work with smells like. I forgot the name of the other cantrip.
Yeah, no, I think it can't be living
Prestidigitation.
flesh,
Yeah.
but you can definitely do that to change the smell.
Yeah, I'll change the smell, and I'll.
You'll
look
have to keep
into...
reapplying it, but
Oh.
you will definitely be able to do that. So what are you going to try and take from it? There's the fat, the hide, and the blood.
I'll take the fat, definitely. Maybe instead of candles. It might be very flammable.
I knew it. I was like, oh, this thing gives them the ability to make candles. Who would make candles?
You know,
can make
take
more-
candle.
Yeah, there's better things to do with Mac. Yeah, you can take that. So then you get 3 vials of ogre fat, and then there's the hide and the blood. There's
So when
5
you say
vials
the
of blood, but
sorry, when you say the hide can be tanned to make nice leather, are we talking about extra special leather armor here, or just leather crafting that could be sold for exceptionally high prices?
I'm just happy with breastplate.
yeah, a bit of both on that. Most tanners would be very happy to have this kind of hide to work with, but yeah, someone like Mikil might be able to make some pretty decent leather armor out of it. That would be up to the craftsman, though. I think there is in the crafting guide. I'll have to double check. I think there is a specific item that you can make, like an ogre hide, an ogre leather armor or something. But
Okay.
yeah, it's probably not much fancier than what you've got, but probably can make some decent armor out of it.
Yeah, okay. So I think let's take it with, and we can offer then to Mikkel. He can then decide if he wants to do something with it or not. So let's take it in his absence for him.
Okay. Are you going to hang on to it for now, and then you can tell him about it next?
Yep.
Yeah, DM, are we supposed to get any type of essences from them? I'm not entirely sure.
No, not from these guys.
Okay.
But there are essences to be found. They'll be sort of at the end. So the blood then, who's Svenja's taking the hide, who's taking the blood? As I said, there are 5 vials.
Yeah, I'll take it as
Also
well.
happy to.
If no one will. Oh,
Okay. Yeah. So what
You
we
want
need to
split that?
negotiate with you is retainers or people to carry shit for us, so we can have a like troop bearers or whatever we call them, Sherpas.
Okay, so I'm gonna give 3 vials to Borm and 2 to Svenja. Is that cool?
Yep,
Yeah.
that's good.
I'm looking around Dragon Wing, so I'm not going to be able to carry much more.
We definitely need a bag of holding or 2.
Or Tensor's disc.
Okay, where exactly are we in Mordia?
You're not that far from town. It's
Okay, cool.
I don't know. You would be able to take it back. This was more because you guys hadn't like you hadn't planned a full expedition, so you haven't actually gone that far. It's a bit of a special event.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not using encumbrance, so we'll play into that as much as you like, but you don't have to worry if it is a bit over. I'm one of those guys that carries every item they found in Skyrim, so inventory management is not something I will force upon you. I
Oh
will say
yeah,
these
actually,
ogre blood vials are pretty heavy as well. There's a lot of ogre blood.
this is essentially how I decide whether I want to pay for a game. Is A, can you play a female character? B, can you get mods for inventory? So that's
The
Yeah, no,
best.
I'm
my
not that
selection
cool.
criteria.
The
Also,
best
once you get
is-
a ship, like it'll be much easier to store things, and we won't have to sort of
Oh, yeah.
explain it away as much. But yeah, your father Yormund has been working on finding a bag of holding for you because yeah, you know.
To be fair, for the meantime, especially in summer, we could probably just have a horse or 2.
It is
Yeah, I was
definitely an
thinking a
option.
sled
A cart
actually
or something.
for
I
winter,
feel like
pulled by
I feel like
shepherds.
sled chef. Right. Shepherd's not strong enough alone, and I'm not bringing in competition. There will be only Shepherd. Unless you guys want to adopt your own dogs. Fine by me.
I adopt my dog. I call it Jormund.
I'll stab you.
I take away Jorman's weapon.
No.
So are you guys taking a long rest, in a short rest here? As I mean, you've done some harvesting. You've managed to get all the materials from these creatures that you think you could, but you still have not found a key to that gateway that the kobolds are looking into. So are you guys going to take a short rest here, or are you going to make a move? What are you going to do?
It might be
I'd
best
rather
to go back
take.
a bit north and take a short rest.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, this is a pretty bloody place now. There's like a skinned ogre and 2 dissected wyverns. So the little bit around the corner where Camilla was investigating, that might be a nicer place to play a song and take a bit of a rest.
That's sounds good to me.
And also sort of see what she has seen and investigate.
I'm still worried about the idea that there's still someone lurking. Someone that the giant was afraid of.
Yeah, so I mean, I know me as a player, I think we heard Camilla hearing voices, but
Oh
sorry,
no, but
me as a
the giant said we heard the giant like say something he was crying about.
Mass, I think that was the Wyrms.
something like that.
Yeah, maybe it were the worms. The
No,
wyverns.
but he was
sorry.
saying it to the wyverns.
He was calling him master.
Oh, one of
wasn't
them.
he?
No, he was saying like Master, I didn't do anything. Master shouldn't. I can't remember what, but I think
Yep.
it's someone else. There is
I
someone
didn't do
else.
anything to make Master or something angry. It's the words I
Yeah,
kind of
that's
noted.
You could use a sentence like that whether you're speaking to or about Master.
Still, I think there's someone else.
I think there's someone else as well. I just don't know if that someone else is here or will come back later.
The wyverns
Because that
don't
someone
seem to
else might be the one that has the key that we need.
wyverns don't seem to be intelligent enough to me to be mutts of a master, so they're probably someone else.
Yep. So, back up just away and a short rest. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So which way are you going? Are you backing up, or are you going where you said Camilla checked out?
I assumed backtracking, but since I wasn't really here last session, I'm gonna just kind of leave that up. I mean, just like a bit out of the way.
You go up here, like where the angry grass was.
You're
But
going
what
to
if it
take
gets angry
camp
again?
and
Just double checking. This log here isn't hollow too, is it?
it is a little bit, but it's not all the way through. Doesn't look like.
Yeah.
So I mean, how closely are you checking? Are you crawling in there, or are you just peeking in?
I was just like, what if we could crawl through that to the other side?
It does look like the end of the end of the log is out on the other side of the thing. If it was hollowed out, you imagine you might be able to use it as a little tunnel. It's very small.
Yeah.
Shepherd would be able to squeeze through there, so the rest of you probably could. But it doesn't look completely hollowed out when you stick your head in.
So wait, isn't Shepherd now like medium-sized or moving towards larger as he turns into a direwolf? In my head, he's almost like the size of a small pony by this time.
So he's My Little Pony. He's what's called Twilight Sparkle now.
Okay, that brings up just so many wrong ideas that, like, no.
Yeah, he's not quite the size of a small horse, but he's definitely the size of a large wolf. He's not out of proportion for a wolf, though he has been growing very fast. He looks like an older adult wolf, which is bloody huge. Like, I don't know if you've ever seen how big wolves get, but they ain't your dogs at home. Yeah, there's technically still a medium creature. He hasn't progressed to large just yet.
Okay, so short rest. I guess I don't think I have Song of Rest yet. Don't know if I get it actually.
Song of Rest is level 2.
Okay. So we'll play a bit of a relaxing lute music as we take a short rest, and you guys get the, I think, what's the 1d6 extra?
At this level, yes.
Okay, yeah, and with that is where we will end tonight's session. As you see the grass suddenly starting to pick up as there's people walking across it again, and it seems angry. But as soon as Svenja starts playing this song, it all dies down again and seems to enjoy the company. Despite you trampling on its face.
Okay, so every time I fail a performance check with my ungrateful fucking village friends, I will come and play to this grass because it clearly recognizes good art when it hears it.
Next thing you know, you're a
And
And
Bart
this
says
is
they're gonna go play music, some grass out in the forest. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, we get. I mean, this
it is code word for
becoming a
looking for
Druid
Dryad.
band thing.
Yes. It's like smoking the grass. Anyway.
Yeah, thank you guys very much for the session. That will end it on that rest here, and